Jesus, Christmas. I don't know. Everybody get down. They got a laser. This is how I'm going to look at you from now on. Did not realize that it turned into a huge freaking. Oh, dude, it just popped onto my screen. There's now blood on my phone. Look at that. That's what you guys came here to see. Titties and pimples. How we doing today? Well, I just went to go live and realized I had a ginormous freaking pimple on my nose, and I just popped it. So we have that going on. Look at it. It loves you. But other than that, I was going to do a walkthrough of the wall because I've changed it up a little bit. But instead, I just fired pimple juice at my phone. So we're doing good. All right. Show you some phone sex before we get going on our bougie boo. This is content we all come to see from you. You know it, baby. You know it. Now look, there are two revolvers. There's a Taurus, something or other, and a Taylor's something or other. So I went kind of budget with the shotgun and the AR today. So if people are asking what they should be getting, I can point to these guys. So that is the Radical Arms RF-15. Really good choice if you're looking to get into one. I like their stocks. They're minimalist stocks. And then Charles Daly 301 Tactical. Because who doesn't want a pump with a pump that's that biggie of a pump? Pump. You like my pumps? The grenade launcher. Did that zit have a tooth in it? It feels like it, dude. I think it's the 856, yeah. So we've got my Rex 01 Tactical all set up now. So I put my can on it. I put the enclosed Wolf RMR from Siley on there. And a Warrior Land light. I mean, if the whole gun's going to be a knockoff, we might as well have the most expensive thing be the can. So $500 gun, $800 can, $300 optic, $100 light. So, you know, when you do the math, it's way too much goddamn money. Good thing I didn't pay for hardly none of it. So we got the Para Ordnance, the Mitchell 1911, the SIG 1911X. Should I switch Benelli optic from Romeo 5? Nah, man, Romeo 5's fine. Run your Romeo 5, kid. So we've got Ruger SR9C, that guy. Taurus G3X, which I should just explode just for fun. Glock 19 MOS, very, very competent handgun if you don't like yourself. So everybody make sure to tell everybody that at 8:30 they can start watching for both the Zit Pop and the, I don't know, I'm looking at my screen. I'm supposed to be talking to the phone. But for the Zip Pop as well as the wall. So Palmetto State Rock 5.7, Glock 22, HKVP9, Canik, Meta MC9, or excuse me, SFT, not MC9, the Meta SFT. The Canik 55, do you guys remember that? Way back when Canik first started in the US, back in like 2013, 2015 area. D-Cocker double action with their weird silver coloring. Also, I added some LEDs. Let's see, Canik TP9 SFX, the good old Schmig, the good old Rex. Let's see, what else we got going? Oh yeah, that guy. The Daria Arms DY9. Believe it or not, it's Gen 5 slide compatible. It doesn't actually take Gen 3 parts, it takes Gen 5 parts. I thought that was weird. My Gerson, my DWX that I actually put a Surefire on because, you know, you should have a good light. Is there nobody even in here? What the fuck's going on? So yeah, DWX, $2,000 handgun for no reason because, you know, fuck me. P15 Kel-Tec because everybody likes Kel-Tec. Yeah, so that's the wall. Now you're going to look at my pimply frickin' face. My nose is just, my nose, it brings all the boys to the yard. And they're like, oh my God. Oh my God. Shut up, Meg. Hello, Malachi. It says, nice 1911. I say to thee, thanks, brud. What's up, Far Out? Nice. Missed the zip top. Yeah, just go right back to the beginning, dude. I thought it was just a wound, but it's leaky still. DWX is nice, but frig, I don't think I'd spend the money on it. Yeah, people say that until they shoot one, though. Trust me, when you shoot a DWX, it makes you the shooter, dude. And it doesn't make you like a shooter, it makes you the shooter. Like, you are the guy. Also, I'm drinking little cans of Zero Sugar Starry. Dude, I like the DWX, man. I had one, I always say this, and you guys can go back, you can fact check me on the goddamn channel. I had one of the earliest ones on YouTube that wasn't sent out by Dan Wesson, and my serial number was 222. Pretty cool. Will an Echelon's optic plate fit on an operator? Echelons don't have optic plates. Susie! Hello! You don't got them bump stocks on the yard. Sorry, bad joke. No, hey, what's going on from the Scotland? How many chopped up hot dogs can you fit in your belly button? All of them, bro. Chopped up belly button hot dogs, man. Thank you so much for the donation. I thought you were in the Americas. But hey, I like it. Thank you, Susie. I like it. Picasso. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. That goes towards pimple cream because my dang nose is pimply. Favorite sandwich? Just a nice Italian salami. So Genoa or Genoa, if you want to be one of those pedantic goobers. Genoa, lettuce, and mayonnaise. Hellman's. Really appreciate the honesty. Yeah, I'm always honest, except for when I'm lying, but I'll tell you that I'm lying, so I'm honestly lying about being honest. Dude, you see Elon, dude? Calling for Trump's impeachment. What a little bitch. You don't have to use optics plates on the Echelon. No, there are no optics plates for the Echelon. It uses a pin system. So there's the holes. When you look at the bottom of an optic, where are all my optics? I moved them all. Damn it. But when you look at the bottom of them, they usually fit different footprints, and they lock in using tabs on the optics plate. Well, the Echelon gives you like a Lego set of bits to use. Thanks for the loaner blow-up doll. I just finished hard. Can I swing to your place after work and return them? No, because I still have my Shemale one. You plan on selling FRT triggers out of your shop since they're legal now? FRTs I thought were manufacturer-only purchases. I may be wrong, but even still, no. I'm not planning on carrying FRTs. I don't do a lot of accessories as is, and I have no reason to carry FRTs because I don't have that kind of clientele. Oh, nice. I need to check that one out. Yeah, so the Echelon is cool. It's all direct mount. Yeah, works good. God dang, man. Never pop a pimple right before a live stream. I love the stuffies next to you. Thank you. They're sloths because at one point I only had 3 toes. Now I don't have any. Sorry, long day at work, so I got some bad headaches. Hey, Colton, what's up? Take a look at the wall, look at the wall. Oh, I didn't realize we were so low. Kind of. What happened to your toes? I lost them in a bet with a Swede. It wasn't a very good bet. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it, and now I'm paying for it. Dun, dun, dun. Ugh. Yeah, that hurt my face, too. Hurt your face? We got to look at it. Ha, 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 ha. Do you have a 10 gauge? No, 10 gauges are fun. Can't pick up guns on live streams, brother. Sammy says, hi. And I said, hi. Hi, 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 hi. It's Friday night. Come on, guys. I need some originality here. You know of any 308 platforms that will work with a forced reset trigger? Not 100% sure, to be honest with you. Maybe the Ruger SFAR, since that's more of an AR-15 setup. I was looking for optics plate for my Springfield operator, and Echelon keeps coming up in the mix. That doesn't make any sense because, like I said, unless they're aftermarket plates that you can put on an Echelon, Echelons do not have plates. All right, spam shit. See what happens. God. Why am I looking so ticklish? Oh, I'm a ticklish little bitch. You know how much it really ruins the moment when your girl is like kissing down your chest and you start giggling like fucking Elmo? Oh, baby, that's great. Meow. Yo, that's so true. Yeah. Dude, that's one of the worst things ever. The only thing better than giggling while somebody's trying to make love to you is when you switch it up and you go into the straight up gay voice, sweetie. Oh, you like that, sweetie? Come on, put your back into it. Come on, sweetie, back it up. Back it up. What's your thoughts on the Walther P99? The Walther P99 is great. It led to a lot of good designs. Their trigger is one of the best in the market up until the PDP just came out. In fact, most of the Canex triggers, because they licensed their technology from Walther, the Canik TP9 series, they're all P99 licensed builds. Sounds more like Chuck's laugh. It started as Elmo. It got dirty. The PDP Pro X is using direct mount for Holosuns. Nice. Favorite gun of every decade? No, sorry, ain't doing that. 1911, bro. 1911. Yes, you certainly can. Hey, if you're gonna post something, look. No, Drax, I do not have a 10-rounder up there. Why are Colt 45 so expensive? Because people believe they're worth a lot of money. They're really not. But a good 1911. So here's the price ranges for 1911s. 500 is probably about where you're going to get into a semi-decent starter 1911. You can get like $300 GIs, but you don't want to do that. You want Novak style sights minimum. So about $500 is where you're going to get into a 1911. 750 is about the top end of the entry level. 750 is where mid-level begins, and mid-level goes from about 750 to 11 to 1200. And once you get past 1200, you start getting into like good mid-tier. So you got mid-tier, then good. It's really hard to keep on, going up from there. No machine guns, Kayla. Thank you for asking. Looking at my wall, I don't know if there's actually a Smith & Wesson up there. Oh yeah, there is. Bodyguard 2.0. That's the only Smith & Wesson up there. Saw 1911 today with some rattlesnake grips. Not bad. Roy, what is going on? I love my chat. Hold on, I gotta check on something I was bidding on. Come on. Come on, Biash. Come on. I'm winning. Come on, come on, come on. Dude, I just won a good display case for my store for $20. I'm good. Thoughts on incendiary launchers and flamethrowers? Well, I do have a 37mm launcher up there, but I don't have anything like really cool. Amanda, what's up? Just picked up an Obsidian 45 today. Nice. FE, look at my wall before you start asking me if I have something. It's very obvious what's on the wall. And if you don't know what an AK-47 is, Am I ex-military? No. What's the oldest gun in your collection? Not the design, but production date of the actual gun. I have a 1903 pocket hammerless that was made in 1907. That is my oldest gun in my personal collection. Which shotgun do you have in gray? That is a Charles Daly 301 Tactical. It's just a cheap one. I just wanted to put some budget stuff up there. You can dual wield two expensive guns now, the STI and the DWX. Yes, I can. And if you pay retail for both of those guns, you're looking at nearly $7,000 for two guns. I hate thinking about that. American Tactical. I actually don't recommend any American Tactical 45. especially any of their 1911s. There's two different designs for your feed ramps on 1911s. American Tactical, for some reason, goes with a steep one, and it's the worst possible one to get. Just because the gun might be a cheaper price means nothing. It's not a good gun. I don't trust American Tactical. What is up, Grace? It's my favorite weapon. Favorite one on the wall tonight is between my Gerson 2011 and the DWX below it. So what's the manufacturer of the AK kit up there? That is a 1970 Romanian kit, and it was a kit. Only the receiver body is non-original. But well worth it, I bet. I want to sell the STI. We don't discuss prices on live streams. It will be on the website Monday. You recommend Taurus G3? Yeah, if you want to stay in a budget under $300 range, Taurus G3 is perfectly fine. Would I ever trade all my guns for a home? No, because I know realtors. I wouldn't need to. I'm new to guns. Was looking at the Sig X macros. Had a good start. Sure, it's a little expensive for a starter gun, but yeah. ¿Por qué no revolver? There's two revolvers up there. You just didn't see them. Go back to the 3-minute mark. Safety failed on mine. Hammers down, slams down on safety. Oh, that sucks. The Vetter Light Tuck. Okay, hey Joe, it's Skinkin. Planning on watching the streams a lot more regularly now. Okay, why'd you change your name? What's up with the little sloths down there? They were gifts. 2 of them were gifts. I just like sloth. At one point in my life, I only had 3 toes, so people thought it was funny. What's the last thing that made you laugh for more than 2 minutes? I put up the short this morning. My buddy's wife gave her cat a lion cut, and the little guy looks so devastated by it. And I started laughing hysterically when he walked into the living room when I was hanging out with my buddy. And he saw me laughing at him, and he literally turned around and walked away, so I had to go and apologize to him. Have you decided another gun you want me to buy? You remember me. Hey, Candace. Yeah, no, I appreciate the offer. There really isn't anything I can think of outside of like a SIG X5 Classic, and that's a $2,000 gun, so please no. That would be the next gun I plan on purchasing, because I got my DWX now. I felt bad for that cat. Yeah. Is the 3-toe things real? Yes. Yes, the 3-toe thing is real. I used to have toes. I no longer have feet. I'm a double amputee. Infections combined with diabetes led to amputations. Got tired of people thinking I was a tard. Okay. I don't have 3 toes. Don't have a Desert Eagle anymore. Sold it. No Tommy guns. I've shot them. They don't really do anything for me. I'm a pistol guy. That's why predominantly I always have pistols behind me. No, I do not have a gold-plated 50 caliber Desert Eagle. I had the chrome, the hard chrome Desert Eagle myself. Obviously, I no longer have that because I sold it because none of my friends wanted to pay for the ammo. There ever been a gun where you have shot? What do you mean? This guy's arrogant and pretentious. I also have a big dick, Dead Duck. I know his room smells crazy. It smells like Korean food. Ever been a gun never shot? What do you mean? I'm sorry. I just don't understand what you mean by that. Did you stop giving a shite, or did it progress to the point of no return with the loss of toes? Oh, I told him to take my foot. The very first time I got a bone infection, I'm allergic to antibiotics, so I can't take antibiotics. And I had a bone infection from stepping on a nail. And I told them to take the foot, and they wouldn't do it. I told them to take the leg, actually, and they wouldn't do it. They said it would ruin my life. And then I spent 15 years recovering from that. Like, I mean, you bought a gun and just never decided to shoot with it. Thank you, Candace. No, I can't really say I've had any guns that I haven't. I have sold guns without shooting them, but that's just because other guns have come up immediately after buying the first gun, and I tend to buy guns at good prices. So, but there's never really been a gun that I've bought and then put away without shooting it ever. No, I take very good care of my health these days, Corey Jean. Springfield Armory XD Elite Defender with Crimson Trace, $1,500 red dot sight, 9mm Luger 4. But I don't understand where you're going with that. My guy, nice gun wall, thank you. Is the AK-47 real wood? Yes. No, it's nothing big, Rod. I'm just allergic to antibiotics and I got a wound infection. Have you ever had a gun to someone's face? No, Candace, I have not. What's the most expensive gun? There are guns out there that cost well over $1 million. I hate to say it, I'm a fan of the AK. It's surprisingly easy to shoot. No, well, it is easy to shoot. Where do I work? I own a gun store. What do I think about the PSA Dagger Compact? The PSA Dagger needs better quality control, but the gun itself is fine. Most expensive and cheapest gun in your shop? Well, if I were to sell my STI Grandmaster, that would be my most expensive gun at about $4K. Cheapest gun would probably be Heritage Rough Riders, around $100. You have a 1911 gun. Look at my wall before you type. What's my take on 365 SIG? And would you carry it? No, because I carry full-size guns. Susu, been a long time. What's up? Why did it take you so long to recover? Because I forced myself to work through all my injuries, and I just kept working and working and working. Life doesn't stop just because you get injured, and it sucked. What's your opinion on the Smith & Wesson M&P EZ? It's a fine gun. It's internally hammer-fired, so it's not too bad. Do I have a Taurus Judge? Not right now. I do not. Ever shot a Zip 22? No, I have not. I've held them. I had the opportunity to buy one a long time ago, and I never took the opportunity, unfortunate. Boom, 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 boom. Cacao says, nice toys. Thank you. Just bought a Smith & Wesson SD9 2.0. Yes, I've had one of those. Any PSA? Yes, there's a PSA 5.7 Rock behind me. Air Max, what's up? What do you think about the PT111 GT Taurus? Taurus G2C and the PT111 pretty much saved Taurus. Sent this before, I'll say it again. Let's take. What? Favorite gun, 1911s. Do you think my gun makes me look fat? No, just where you put it. Burst of Thunder 380 opinion. Burst of Thunder is a fine gun. Again, quality control is always an issue with those guns, so you have to test them and make sure they work good. Yeah, the Zip is just a meme collector gun. I wish I had purchased one. Thoughts on 5.7 as a round? It's fun to shoot. It shoots really flat. The guns don't recoil much, but it's not really a round that I mess with. Rex, we cannot pick up guns on live stream, but if you go back to the 3-minute mark on this live stream, you can see all the guns close. Caltech P15. Yep, that's it down there. P15 with the aluminum grip. Is the Glock 19 overrated? It's overpriced and overrated. Is it good or bad if you're cross-dominant, but you can shoot just fine? There's nothing wrong with being... I'm cross-eye dominant, but I've also taught myself to shoot left-handed and right-eyed, so... what do you feel about the TP9 SF Elite? Good gun. Good trigger. Easy to shoot. I like them. So your CZ runs good? Good. Glad to hear it. P80 Glock 19 is the best. Nope. No, thank you. Do I co-witness my red dot? I do on the guns that have that ability. Not all guns have the ability to co-witness just because, like, several of my 1911s, when you put a red dot on it, you lose your rear sight. The DWX is the same way. Speaking of which, $2,000 gun, no optic plate. I have to buy a $75 optics plate for a $2,000 gun in order to put an RMR on it, which is bull cookies. Because my Rex Zero, the one with the suppressor up there, came with the plates for everything. Susie comes in with another 99 pence. Thank you. Or is that euro? That's pence. Yay! Thank you, Susie. Appreciate it. What's your favorite dad joke? I don't really like dad jokes because I'm not a dad, so I don't get to tell them. What's your favorite AR? My favorite AR is my custom build. It's not up on the wall right now. For $2,000, I want an optic included. I don't mind having to pay for the optic. I just think I should at least get a plate. Let's take a few. I don't remember the exact date, but I know I have to do something with 17. But we're glad he's still here today. So yeah, the amputations were well before 2017, but I get it. No, April 17th, 2017 was the day I killed myself. Have you ever had to shoot anybody? No, I got me a Glock 18. Sure, if you have the right licenses for it, absolutely. Hi, Jiminy Nice Shave. I just buzzed down with my clippers. No, Hayden's not going to answer you because Hayden's gone. This man looks like he makes a good grilled cheese. Dude, I put ham in my grilled cheese, brother. Fire Collection, thank you. Black Panda, what's up? Been a long time. Sig365 is Chef's Kiff. Drunk says it looks really good. Thank you. I'm just confused on what you mean by you killed yourself. I committed suicide. I severed an artery and bled out, but they saved me. It's a little gun below the operator. That is the Keltec P15 aluminum frame. Kind of like Walther. Making you call to get a plate sent to you. At least it's free, though. Yeah, CZ won't... DWX is not... they won't send me a plate. No, it's not direct mounted for anything. Plus, I would want to run an SRO on it. Do I have a scar? I have lots of scars from what I did, but yeah, no. Hey man, should I start a YouTube channel for guns? I keep thinking about it for a while. You inspired me. It's difficult to do right now, Tyler. I would definitely say start a channel regardless, but you have to be careful. Also, I don't recommend using the word firearms, guns, armory, or anything like that when you start your channel because YouTube hates that stuff. Yes, Coonskin, that's perfectly fine, dude. You didn't have to change it. The Ruger RMX looks good. Yep. CH11 said I earned a sub. Thank you. Dude, the app for the shop is a nice addition. I got it. Oh, nice. Bro, better be a background. Yes, it's a background. I think you meant scar like the gun. Oh, we were talking about my death. So if you don't mind me asking, why did you try killing yourself? I'm not ashamed to talk about it. It's just I was in, and I still am every day, I am in an immense amount of pain. I have chronic pain, multiple reasons for that. And I couldn't get anybody to believe me because I was a 30-something-year-old dude who almost appeared healthy, so everybody assumed that I was faking it. So, and I just got tired of dealing with people. So luckily, after that, I found some good people that were willing to listen to me and help me out. So, what's up, CWL? Wall's looking good. Thank you. Punk. Sorry to hear that. No, it's fine now. Live with regret. I learned from the military. Live and learn. Meh. Yeah, Mouse, you guys can feel free to get rid of the spammers. What model of HK you got on the wall? That's a VP9 with the European mag release. Never served, sorry. You got a Glock in your Rari? Mm-hmm. But why's your name Supra? Some situation I'm in, except I got scars to prove it. My work still doesn't give a fuck, though. I don't know why you think I don't have scars. But that's fine. What do I think about shotguns? Shotguns are fine. They serve a purpose. You was nice to me and you know that. Okay. What's your favorite AR and shotgun? Custom build stuff. Thoughts on pistol caliber carbines? Pistol caliber carbines have a place. They serve a purpose. Absolutely, especially if you want to do things like have magazine compatibility, things like that. It's got me a P71 Crown Vic. Any mod ideas? The last Crown Vic I had like that, I did kind of like a Marauder creation with it, put bucket seats in it and stuff like that. I'm an Aussie. They took all my guns. Sorry to hear that, Aussie. What's my favorite pistol grip? The K2 Plus, the Magpul K2 Plus. Also, the B5 is a pretty solid one too. It's my favorite transgender gun YouTube channel. No. Crossdresser, not transgender. Do I have a lugger? Nope. Hey, a-hole, what's up? You take Meloxolin, the Mercury Marauders were super cool. Yeah, they were, but they're very slow. If you look at the time, I'm going to send you a bunch of hearts. If I look at the time, it's 9:01. I love catching your lives. Big chat, keep winning. We have the privilege of a suicide prevention charity here in Scotland. Men Matter Scotland, only men. Lots of support out there for women. Yeah, and it sucks because that was one of the big problems. I'd go to a doctor and they'd say I was, even though I've been off and on hospitalized multiple times a year since I was 5, just because you kind of look like you're not dead. American men are held to a different standard. You'll talk with me more at GunCon. You won't hesitate to have a heart-to-heart. Oh, no. We'll talk. I don't like to talk too much about it, but I don't hide what I did, but it's not something I really like to dwell on. Let's see FPS on the AK. No idea. Damn, fellow brother in arms doesn't knowledge at all. Michael, I didn't see your thing, so if you can't wait 2 minutes, bye. Do I have a Beretta? Yes. Ilsa, no. I do not remember you. We are all glad you're still here with us. It gives you guys something to do. What did I do? What do you mean? They're talking about when I killed myself back in 2017. That's why I've got this tattoo, 4/17/17. It's to remind me not to do it again. Because if I do it again, I might succeed. Apparently, we don't want that. I got put some emergency lights on the windshield for my volunteer stuff. Just worried I'm going to get some arse on me for impersonating a cop. Here's how you prevent yourself from getting pulled over for impersonating a cop, Ken. Don't turn on the lights, no matter how much you are tempted, just because somebody's being an ucker on the streets. Do not turn on the lights, and nobody will do that to you. Just glad you're here. Yep. Ruger Ranch 556 was told in store price $590. Is that good? It's probably fine. Getting a rifle these days is not cheap. What is your thoughts about the new law, no NICS checks for CCW holders? There's a lot of states that have that. I'm fine with that because you still fill out a 4473 even if you don't do a NICS check. Preach, bro. No lights. Susie knows what's going on. Hi, man. Do you have a CZ45? Nope. Got any full autos? Nope. Redneck, what's up? Because you can technically have greens or purple on lights, so you never turn them on. You can't be accused. Yep. You can even have orange, but you're not even supposed to turn those on. It's been a while. I don't know if you still remember me. What kind of shotgun is that? I don't remember you. That is a Charles Daly. Okay, not sure if you're seeing more spam than I am, Mouse, but twice does not constitute spam. Now you're getting too far into removing stuff. Back it down. When somebody spams 12 times in a row, that's spam. Twice, 3 times, I don't give a shit. So, like, this guy, he's going away. Yeah, CCW is for 2 years. Here it's for 5 years. You have a Charles Daly 9mm high power. Gotcha. Thoughts on the Keltec brand? Interesting brand. I wouldn't ever trust my life to any individual Keltec product, not even a 2K or anything like that, but they are fun to play with. Do I sin? Everybody sins. It's whether or not you repent that matters. If I was spamming, would you kick me out? I would ask you to stop first. Do you sing? Yes, I do when I'm all alone. Cracking me up over here. Lol. Glad you're having a good time, Susie. Appreciate that. What's your favorite submachine gun, either to shoot or just for having? I don't have any submachine guns, and the last one I ever played with was a MP5. Our YouTube, you can showcase them, but you can't touch them on live, right? Yes, correct, Tyler. We all know we're all in this together. Just need to support. Wink, wink. Live the past. Learn, love, live, adapt, and embracing the suck. Yeah, that's good military adage. Embrace the suck. Never got to serve, unfortunately, but I appreciate where you're coming from, brother. Thank you for the donation too. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but what do you call a chicken with no legs? An egg? Do I have an SKS? No. What are you ignoring my questions? What do you mean? I just saw that was the first time I saw it. Slow up, dude. There's a lot of people just spamming chat right now. Ground beef. Okay, I don't get that one. Thoughts on milsurp collectors? Do it. I'm not really a milsurp collector myself. I've had a few milsurp guns because I wanted them, but I've never been really interested in doing full milsurps. Maddie says, hi. Pacquiao says, why so many guns? Because I'm a seller and a collector. Glenn says, hi. Like I was saying, Joe, they are forgetting the fire station fast on calls. I mean, if you're allowed to run lights while you're a volunteer or or you're on reserve or things like that, that's a different thing. But running lights in general, like you said, as long as you have the right documentation, it shouldn't matter. Yeah, that's why so many guns, if you have to ask. Yeah, pretty much. Lycan comes in with a huge $20 donation. Thank you, Lycan. Why'd I pop it? The zit? Yeah. Everyone make sure you hit the likes. Yeah, no, man. Lycan is a king when it comes to the dono game. Thank you, Lycan. I don't know what a Grekova is, so if you want to tell me what that is, I'll tell you whether or not I have it. What gun do you have, or do you regret buying? Chiappa, anything. Someone is going grocery shopping this weekend. Oh, dude, I'm going to the dollar store and spending money like a billionaire. POV, 3-year-old me when I played on too many shooter games on Roblox. What? I don't get that. Brother, what's the biggest gun you've shot? 50 BMG out of a Barrett. Do I still have the Chiappa sign? Yeah, it's on my couch. Glock 19, yep. No, actually, the Chiappa I regret buying was actually a 22 caliber. After that one broke, I refused to buy a Rhino. I will never buy an actual Rhino. Do I have a Scar? No, they're way too much money. $1.25 store? Yeah, and then some stuff's way more than that, too. What gun shoot 4.6 by 30 other than MP7? That's a good question. I don't know, because that's an HK proprietary round originally. Hey, Goats, what's up? Do you have an M4? Not personally. No, you cannot touch guns on live streams, my friend. Happy birthday. Bite me. Is that a CZ Target Sport with the orange grips on the wall? No, that is a Dan Wesson DWX. I just put a different set of grips on it. What's the long pistol below the AK pistol grip? That's a Canik TP9 SFX. How about a P90? P90s are fine. I've shot them. I don't like bullpup. Generations going to ruin gun culture. I agree with you, McPherson. Ivan asks, how many guns do you have? And my answer is, I have no idea. Sorry. I don't count how many guns I have. I don't even know how many are behind me. If you want to count them, cool. What do I think about the Ruger SR9C? It was almost the first gun I ever bought. I have one on the wall, actually. It's right there. Second gun up. So... Boom, boom, boom. Do I go to events like SHOT Show? I did not go to SHOT Show this year because I had things going on, but I did go to the NRA show in Atlanta, and I'm going to GunCon at the end of this month. Do I have a prosthetic leg? No, I just don't have feet. I have fillers and I have stumps, so no prosthetics. Paul, what is going on? Let's see. Oop, moved a little bit too far. There we go. A little bit. There we go. No, I don't have a Colt in 45 ACP. Colt is trashed here these days. You lost your count when I tilted the camera. Sorry. What's the best wood to get for an AK? Walnut, teak, pine. They're all good. Suppressor under the shotgun on the right. Silencer Co, not Silencer Shop. Silencer Co Osprey 2.0, and I like it a lot. The only problem with the Osprey, it's the 9mm. The only problem with that suppressor is it's not rated for pressure, so you can't put it on anything bigger. No, that is a full-size Osprey. The Osprey, so you're thinking of the Omega. Osprey is only in one length. Do you have a peg leg? Nope. Am I going to go make a video at GunCon? Probably not. When I go to those events, like, events are for me, man. If there's something cool, I might, but I have no plans on making videos there. If I had a camera guy with me, I might, but being there by myself and using my phone and trying to film myself, like, selfie style, just makes me feel stupid. Are you able to pick up the fake gun over there and the purple one and the blue one? No, anything gun shaped can trigger the algorithm. It's an AI system that looks for gun shaped objects. Hickok 45 or Demolition Ranch, whichever one you like better is the one you go with. UMP, those are cool. Cool gun. How much have you spent money wise? I don't like to count money. When you count money, I like to think of it as I've spent time and energy. It sucks they won't let. Who won't let? What's the new shotgun? That's just a Charles Daly 301. What's my favorite color of the alphabet? Probably Y yellow. 100% the events and gatherings are personal. I hate it when people stream. It's follow the leader type shit. Just enjoy it. Yeah, like I said, I just have no desire to film at an event personally. I'm going there for myself. What got you into making YouTube videos? Believe it or not, I used to make Vines back in the day, the 6-second Vines before they tried to extend them. And I just had a lot of fun doing that, and I started doing YouTube videos after Vine shut down. Do I have birdshot? I have birdshot and buckshot. What's your opinion on the 1911? It's my favorite gun. Sucks they won't let you handle anything. Makes no sense. Oh, it makes perfect sense, Jeremy. In 2019, a young man decided to shoot himself in the head with a shotgun on a live stream. And then his dead body stayed on live for 40 minutes until the police showed up. Luckily, his background fell down over on top of him, but he killed himself on a live stream. So, you know, it makes sense. They wouldn't want to have anything like that happen again. Which gun that you shot had the worst accuracy? It was a Chiappa M25. It was a 226 clone that was only about 80% the size. Every shot went somewhere else because it needed a bushing and it didn't have one. Did I go to CES or Computex? From what I saw online, they're pretty cool, but the GPU launches were meh. I thought CES didn't happen this year. I thought they canceled it or they're not going to do it again. Yo, you have the whole loadout. Okay, yikes, it's horrible about the shotgun guy on live stream. Yep, pretty much. You don't ban everyone for the actions of one person. So the one in 2019 was a culmination, Jeremy, of multiple people doing it. So it's kind of like how rules come into effect. One person does it, it's an isolated event. Multiple people start using a platform to do something ridiculous and stupid like that, it becomes a problem because then it encourages it with people. So yes, you're coming into it now and thinking that it's not fair, but in between 2015 and 2019, there were actually multiple events because people decided to keep using live streaming as a way to send a message to the person that wronged them. So, no, unfortunately, it's been a culmination. One single event doesn't cause anything. It's a series of events. And unfortunately, your generation is the problem. Did not go over the wall. What's your thoughts on the new 50 cal machine gun? Which one are we talking about? We thinking of going on Ranger Day at GunCon. What do you mean Ranger Day? I thought GunCon is one day. We have access to the internet, and there's so much horrible stuff to watch nonstop. I'm over 40, so it's not my generation. Oh, sorry. The way that you were going on, I honestly thought you were a youngster. So I apologize. But yeah, unfortunately, this generation is ruining it for everybody. Charles Daly is a Remington 870 clone. It's pretty decent for what they cost, and even accept the furniture. Yeah. Thoughts on the Sig Sauer P320X5 Legion? Well, I've got one up there. I like it. I've got the Armory Craft dual adjustable trigger, which makes the trigger a lot better. I've hired 2 people. I'm scared for the next generation. Lol. Only got a few minutes tonight. How's your Friday, man? It's already going a little sideways, but we're doing all right. Jesus Boomer. No, your generation is killing us. We're going to fall into the sun because you guys can't maintain like any one direction of doing anything. You're all so goddamn woke that you're going to kill us all. Starts on Wednesday to Saturday. GunCon? GunCon 2025 is June 28th, 10 a.m. I already have my ticket. It was only available for one day. Are you sure we're talking about the same thing, dude? GunCon, put on by the Gun Collective. Where's GunCon going to be? It's in Cleveland, Ohio. I'll make sure to spread my extra wokeness for you. You won't cut your hair, redneck, so sorry. Your generation is killing us. What can you tell me about the shotgun on your top left? It's a Charles Daly 301. The wall's really cool. Yeah, I've been to Cleveland. It's not impressive. Told you I'm doing it already. Nice. I only have 3 guns. So you have all subcompacts. Good for you, Sion. I was lucky to get a fire on MG34. Nice. Smith & Wesson 59 series. I've had a few of them. I like them. 320 looks like it wants to fall. Nah, it's good. So they're on pegs that are angled backwards. I mean, I'm in this generation, but I still agree with you. Yeah. So the sloth's names. So Milo, Shiloh, and Greg. You look like you'll beat me in a thumb war. I might. I went to Cleveland with Mrs. Mouse for a Lord of the Rings concert orchestra she wanted to go to. It was nice. Greg's the homie. He is. He's the third wheel. He's the thruple. What's the big one on top, but not the shotgun? AK-47. Yeah, no. I'm spreading regardless of whether I wanted to or not. I'm probably a part of the problem to point, but that's I won't disagree. It's absolutely us youngins. Yes, you're all weak-willed, vegan promoting frickin' everything you know is right suck asses. I haven't uploaded a video in years. We would upload our IDPA and USPCA. I just didn't know they restricted on live videos. Oh, yeah, dude. I once brushed the front trunnion of an AK-47, and they ended my live stream. Bro, I just swiped onto this live. Cool. Why do you got an AK-47 and pistols? Because my bazooka got stuck in the dryer. Can you do I have a Mac 11? No. Glock 17 Gen 5. What about it? You own a revolver? Because I'm thinking of getting one. Yeah, I've got a few revolvers. They're fun. You see, you call the bots out and they start calling you names. It's a typical Democrat. Lol. I have not heard about the case with the guy in the burn. And what happened? This new generation all want switches but don't know anything about gun safety. Yep, pretty much. Chi-Chi, long time. What's up? Toothless, hey, what's up? Most expensive gun. On the wall tonight would probably be the DWX. Yeah. The DWX is the most expensive one if you don't count the fact that I have a suppressor on the Arex. Seems like I'm not a mod anymore. I removed a lot of mods, Chi-Chi. I only have 8 total right now. Don't take it personally. It has a problem to do with YouTube. Plus, I haven't seen you in a long time. Sorry. This generation, more depth than a baby's paddling pool. Yeah, nope, no kidding. And there's more diversity in the diaper of the baby's paddling diaper. The DWX is the second one up. It's the one above my operator. Yeah, loops. Yeah. Which one has the most expensive magazines? The most expensive magazines would probably be the shells for my 37 millimeter. Does the channel have a Discord? Yes, we do. I just don't have a link to getting to it. He pewed a guy trying to rob him, and he died and got charged. That's just what I read. Jesus. So. But yeah, so that's the DWX. I put an X300 on there, so all the people that were like, oh my god, an Olight. It was a joke, you sons of gitches. But yeah, I just changed the grips out, so look, it's you. But yeah, so I've got the original grips, and I actually have a set of black aluminum DWX grips. I just don't like the way they feel on my skin because I'm a baby. I got that sensitive skin. She purdy. Yeah, she is. If you only shoot one gun, had to sell the rest, what would you keep? I wouldn't do that. I'd get rid of them all or move into the woods. Toothless says, wow, what's the best slug? Usually the ones that you can get off the sidewalk after the rain. DW looks like an inbred CZ 1911. Yeah, literally what it is, dude. Absolutely. Glock 48 in your collection? No, I don't have a Glock 48. I've got a 43X, but not a 48. Hello, Keegan. AXG Legion. Thoughts? $1,000 for a compact gun. But if it runs, yeah, go for it. Hey, Chi-Chi, thank you for coming and hanging out again. Ever put salt on a slug? No, never have. Have I ever shot a 4-gauge shotgun? No. How quick can you break down the 45 and rebuild? Pretty quickly. All right, don't all caps again. And in fact, I'm not going to answer it until you type it again without the caps. Best gun to use on rat or snake? Best gun you use rat or shake shot? You should use a revolver for snake shot. Have I shot a Tokarev? Yes, I've owned a couple of Tokarevs, including an original TT-33. Your opinion on Rock Island 1911s? Pretty solid. I actually like them. They're a great place to start. Rock Island builds more 1911s than anybody else in the world. Which did Smith & Wesson do a better job of, revolvers or automatics? Revolvers. 1911s are the best firearm. Out of all the metal auto-loading handguns on the wall, which one do you enjoy shooting the most? Well, I liked shooting the DWX when I had it 2 years ago, but up until now, it's been the Girsan 2011 above the DWX. It's more fun than using a magnifying glass to pop ants. I don't like to torture anybody. Favorite gun is a 1911 Wolf Warriors. What about a P320? What about it? 380 versus 9mm for home defense target practice. Get good. That's all I have to say about that. Any ammunition, even 22, can be deadly, lethal, and effective if you practice. Anything cool in the auctions lately? I got a Nintendo, and I got a display case for my store. I got the display case for $20, and it's a big, full glass one with an extra shelf for $20, dude. 48 inches long, 38 inches tall. It's a good one. What gun would you use as CCW? I CCW a full-size 1911, so what do I think about Girsan in general? They've had misses in the past. I looked at the original 2311, was not impressed, but they've made improvements. I actually met the owner of Girsan, and he seems like a cool-ass dude. They are Turkish. There's always a potential when they're coming from overseas. They're at a discounted price for a reason, but as long as you know a little bit about guns and you take the time to learn the gun, you can figure out what they need, what you need to do. So very solid to start. I just wouldn't be a straight novice and buy them, but an amateur for sure. Do I have a 26? Nope. Nice, good deal on a display case. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Have you noticed if the tariffs have been affecting the price of ammos? Some guns have gone up in price, and so have some of the Springfield Gear Up packs. No, the 320 that had the issue with uncommanded discharges was from pre-2021. The X series did not exist back then. Read a few more articles, and it will become very clear, sir. Is that a custom gun good? What? What's your favorite squirt gun? My girlfriend. You seem like a cool dude, man. Also an underrated channel. Thank you. I get that a lot. I grew this channel mostly using shorts back before the shorts fund became when they were first talking about it. So I was doing shorts before you can make money at it, and now every freaking channel that has any kind of audience is trying to monetize off of shorts instead of leaving it for us slightly smaller channels. So you have 2 million, 3 million, 4 million sub channels doing shorts every day and clogging it up. They need to get the heck off of here. I have a son, just going to let you know, and can you do a shout out to him? Sorry, I don't do shout outs and I don't make exceptions. What about a Glock 19? What about it, David? What's the best shotgun to get? That's a very, pardon the pun, loaded question, Jeremy. Your size, your ability to handle a shotgun will determine what you should use. You can get anything from a 410 to a 4-bore. The standard is get like a Maverick 88 12-gauge pump. You can get those under 300 all day, sometimes under 250. Very effective gun, good for home defense, and you can even use them for hunting if you want to. I wish the Glock 45 Gaps would have taken off in popularity because they were great. I've won Glock matches and free guns with the Glock 39. Such a shame it didn't take off. Yeah, it was a company introducing a caliber because they didn't want to put the word S&W on their gun, so it's kind of a pain in the ass when you're trying to manufacture that. But yeah, I mean, I've got a bunch of mags and stuff for 45 Gap. In cosmetic terms, what gun is a favorite? DWX is a military shopping for a new pistol. Not that I know of. Glock 19 is not the best overall handgun in the world. It's just the most reliable and probably going to save your life gun in the world. But best overall, there's a big difference between best and reliable. 1911s are the best gun in the world objectively. They have the better trigger. They have the longest service history. But yes, the 19 is the most reliable, and it's going to save your life every time. It's probably going to go bang every time. And if you're a gun idiot, Glocks will definitely be the gun for you. But if you're a gun enthusiast, I never shoot my Glocks anymore. I buy a Glock, I shoot a Glock, I put it in the safe, I never touch it again. There's no reason to. It's because you're not a gun tuber. I can always appreciate somebody who makes content because they genuinely enjoy it. I have come out as a gun tuber and a cross-dresser. So, unfortunately, because I've received sample guns, I am a gun tuber now. But I don't say it out loud. What's your most expensive firearm? I really don't talk price, D&D. I never pay full price for my guns, so a gun that could be worth $5,000, I might have a $1,500 into, so. 380 or 22, what do you like or prefer? I'm a gun guy, I'm not a caliber guy. I don't like a lot of 22 guns just because the gun selection isn't that good. 380 is fine, but they're usually small guns, and I don't like small guns. Always preferred revolvers, just look cooler, and I feel like they handle better. Yeah. Good old Smith & Wesson double action. Yeah, oh damn, I thought you were still pure, but don't let it change the channel or your mindset, which is the key. Considering that I've failed to deliver on 4 different videos I promised to give to manufacturers and things, yeah, no worries. What do you use the gun for? Target shooting, practice, self-defense, and I own an FFL. Cody, top 9mm is a very subjective thing. My 2011, my Gerson 2311, it's a 2011, and the DWX are probably 2 of the best shooting 9mm you're ever going to find. But if you find somebody that says Glock is the best in the world, you're not going to change their mind. So it's a very subjective thing. When measures get drastics, Glocks made of plastics. Okay. Texas Gal, what's up? Thoughts on the Rock Island 1911? Good guns. CZ is the best. CZ is a very good manufacturer. Nice guns, thank you. Classic. Taurus is the best. Dude, I'm going to say it right now. High Point or nothing. High Point is the bum. Olights are a bum. How have you been? Haven't seen you lately. I've been on 3 times a week, Texas gal, but yeah, hey, I've been all right. Glad to see you back. Rock Island, no, Rock Island Armory. What kind of 9mm are the ones you just named? Dan Wesson DWX and a Gerson 2311. It's called the Yeet Cannon, sir. Normally I have one on the wall, but I didn't take it up, put it on the wall today. Hammer-fired SIGs are my go-to. Nice. Everyone make sure to hit the like button. Yeah, it does help me. Dan Wesson makes 9mm. Yes, they do. Specifically the DWX. Glad to see the viewership back up. Did the mod reduction. Mod reduction as well as monetizing the live stream. Monetizing is probably the bigger thing. I do not have an AUG. Kid Rocks, Pontiac Bonneville is covered in Western guns. What? The 322, I've had them. Where's the AK-47? You serious? If you don't know what an AK-47 looks like, you shouldn't be asking where the AK-47 is. That shotgun looks like a toy. Yeah, unfortunately, the Turkish stuff kind of... Do you watch other gun channels? Nobody, like, specifically. When I look at other channels, I look at certain guns, and I'll just kind of scroll through and take a look at a lot of different guys. I watch some of the guys that have 200 subs, and I'll watch the guys that have 2 million subs just to get, like, a generalized idea on things, or to see if there's anything I'm not noticing. But, no, there's nobody that, like, I'm dedicated to watching at all. It's right on the bottom. What do you think of the collector's John Wick collection? Would you personally own something like that? Hell no. Why the grip on the AK? Because that's called a dong. Like a dragon? Who's a dragon? Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. Let your bed in bitty boo. Ha! Drunk Mouse sent us $10 to help us get a better light than the Olight. All I need is for 35 more people to do that, and I can get another Surefire. Doesn't feel like one, that's for sure. You like your Brunelli Super 90. Nice. John Wick should have stuck with the H&K he had in the first movie. So the first movie was a honest movie. The second movie, sponsors. Third movie, nothing but sponsorship by Terran Tactical. Fourth movie, Jesus Christmas, get out of base. And now the ballerina has more Terran Tactical crap. Even the shifter on Kid Rock's Bonneville is a revolver. Interesting. Have I seen the Rossi RS-22? Just got one. Want to get the underfold for it. Yeah, one of my first videos I ever did was on the Rossi RS-22. You must have a license to have a gun for protection. Not true. Depending on where you live, you don't need one. Thoughts on the Glock 31? Well, I've never had a Gen 1 31, but I've had the 32. Does your store have a shooting range? No. I'm seeing the ballerina with Mrs. Mouse tomorrow. Let me know how it is, man. First John Wick was the only good one in my opinion. They just wanted to advertise for Taron Butler, started making him into an iconic comic book character. Exactly. The minute they had the bulletproof suit that didn't hurt, you know, every time he gets shot in number 4, he's getting shot like dozens of times in something that's the thickness of... Now, you can stop a bullet in that thickness, but that shiz is going to hurt. Look for it. My brother gave me his. He didn't like it. Nice. I got work in the AM. Glad it calmed down. It hasn't really, MC, but you go to work, man. You go to work, Sonny. You get it in there. Hello, Joseph. What's your favorite guns? Yeah, I'm not worrying about that, Fatima. Ask again, see what happens. Get a tattoo of you getting a tattoo. No, I'm good. That would cost you about 12 grand. Mexican. No plate carriers. They said the scene where he was shot at underwater was real. Where the bullet kind of... Bleh. Yeah, that is possible. In America, you shouldn't need a gun license. Yeah. Had the short suppressors that were silent shooting at each other in a crowd of people and nobody noticed. Yep. Let's talk daggers. I will pass. Can you recommend any good budget bolt-action rifles? I'm not actually a rifle guy, but things like Savage, Axis are usually pretty cheap. The Ruger Ranch and Ruger Predators are usually fairly priced. I'm not a fan of the AR-12s, honestly. Any new merch in the works? No. Am I a supporter of American Home Defense? Yes. If you're, is that an organization? No, but in like function and ideas, yes. Armored Armani makes everything from hats to full suits. Yeah, but it's still gonna hurt. You're staying nice. Hey, Jiminy, love the upgrades to the walls. Thanks, Schizoid. It's been a while. Aramini. Oh, I thought you said Armani. But Aramini. People ask random questions sometimes. I like that you don't let it get bothered too much. Some days I like to snap back at these losers, but it's just a bunch of losers being losers, and they don't deserve it. What do you think about an Anderson lower for a budget build? If it's just a Blaine lower, it doesn't matter what you put into it. It's a perfectly fine lower. What brand is a shotgun? It's a Charles Daly. It's just a cheapie. Smith & Wesson 500 question. Oh, opinion. Never shot one. I do have an X-Frame 460 Magnum, though. Always happy to see you streaming. Thank you. What's your favorite pistol rounds to carry and why? So my three that I normally carry are either Hornady Critical Duty, Hornady Critical Defense, or Federal HSTs. How do I feel about EVs? I don't really care either way about EVs. If you like them, great. There's no reason... Oh, on the play button, nice. I've had that for a while, Schizoid. I've had that since 2022. But if you're going to replace a perfectly functioning vehicle with an EV because you want to save money, you're an idiot. Have I ever dealt with Bear Creek? No, I've never dealt with them. They've never stepped up. So the 460 Magnum is interesting. So the 460 XVR, it's a 460 Smith & Wesson Magnum, but it also shoots 454 Casull, 45 Long Colt, 45 rimmed, and 455 Webley. It will shoot any 45 caliber rimmed. Joe got me pregnant. Have you ever had an ND? Yes. Ever shot H&K USP? Yes. What gun am I looking to add in the collection? I just added a DWX, so I'm actually not looking for anything particular. Sorry, you're oblivious. No problem, Schizoid. Top 3 EDC pistol. Nope, I don't do the top 3s. Ever had a negligent? Yes, I've already said yes. Yes. Gonna head out, but have a great weekend. You too, Schizoid. Alex, what's going on? Extreme Velocity Revolver. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, and the X-Frame is the same frame as the 500, so it's the same size. Saw a video of a guy who shot a whitetail out at 200 yards with the 460 XVR. As far as I know, I think the 460 is going faster than the 500. Good job on the website, looking good. I need to update it, so... Hello, Gorebox. Give me like 10 fucking seconds to acknowledge you, okay? Just because you hit the button doesn't mean I see it right away. Chill out. And Susie comes in with patience of a saint, my guy, immediately after I yell at somebody. Sorry. Sorry, Susie. I let you down. What do you think about them taking suppressors off the NRA? 100% behind it. Ever watch that Russian dude with the crazy arsenal? He wasn't Russian. Jimmy, I'm looking to get my first and last 2011. What do you recommend? I really can't. Get an old STI DVC 3-gun tactical. 460, definitely faster. I sold guns for 18 years at 7 different gun shops, so I've had the strange questions for a year. Awesome. Took the Glocks down? No, they're behind me. Just look closer. You think Zastava is good quality? Yes. Lol, he wasn't? What was he? He's an American dude from Atlanta, bro. His name's Kyle. He's on a podcast called Painkiller Already. This is not actually a Russian accent. Just because he used it does not mean he was actually... Nobody from Russia speaks like this all the time. You know, this is actually more of a Slovenian accent. It's not a Russian.
Also, if you notice, he always said he was a professional Russian, so that's not really Russian. Am I into cars? Yep. Am I into cars? Yes. Kyle was a good actor. He's still a good accent. Oh, thank you. It's called PKA, Painkiller Already. You can look it up on YouTube. They've got like 500 podcasts already. Is that a 10 millimeter with the suppressor? Nope, 9 millimeter. It's the Arex Rex 01 Tactical. Sucks that he went to jail. It sucks that the U.S. government decided to throw everything they could at him and force him to take a plea deal that made him a felon. It's freaking bullcrap. What is your favorite gun? 1911s. His accent was way Balkan rather than truly Slavic. Yeah. What cars do I have right now? I've got a Ram and a Navigator. No, I knew he wasn't. If you go back to his earliest videos, he had a 360, Xbox 360 back when they first came out. Russia is still waiting to get the Xbox 360. Are 22 long rifle suppressors worth getting? Yes, absolutely, because many of them, if you get the right ones, can shoot 5.56. So a suppressor is not caliber specific. They are pressure rated. There are some that are listed as caliber specific, but they aren't. They're pressure rated. Like my Osprey 9 is designed for 9 millimeter, but it can shoot anything 35,000 psi or lower. He went from the biggest channel to gone just like that. Yeah, that felony does it to you, man. If he wanted to, he could film with black powder, but I think it would be like people causing him issues. I'm going to head out. McPherson, you too. I think about getting an old M5 BMW. Do you know if they're worth owning? What generation? Contact supports. You had me in the first half. Not gonna lie. Do I play airsoft? No. Yeah, but he almost hit the yearly mark that he can get his record expunged. No, you have to go 10 years in Georgia. He hasn't quite got there yet. So he did his time in 2019. So he's still got a few years left before he can get his rights back. Sparrow's a great cannon rated for 5.7. There you go. That's a good one. The more interactions you do, you get points. It's a new system that YouTube is trying to try out to get people to communicate more. So the top 3 people get crowns. AK or AR? AR. I want to suck your blood. How'd you know what I call? Anyways, I don't want to get dirty. Big up on Sesame Street. Blah, yes. Bots trying hard. Yeah, they are. No problem, Tikal. Sparrow's a good one for 5.7. Yep. Favorite gun from Ireland? I didn't know you guys make them. No, I'm just messing with you. 1911s are my favorite platform. Yeah, that was crazy. I never seen a bot like that one. Lols. It's an E34, so like 1990. I actually like those. Depends on the price, though. Dogged out ones are not worth getting because they're going to require so much work to get them up and going. But clean ones are so much money. Ha! Thank you, Susie. Hope all is well. I'm looking to get a new 308 for elk hunting. Any thoughts or feedback? SFAR. Get the 18-inch. Potato gun is an Ireland gun. Dude, they eat them potatoes. Best 9mm pistol to suppress. If you can find one with the least amount of tilt in the barrel. Saw a video about that. They said some 22 LRs can go on 5.7. Wouldn't mind getting that with the Rock for a range toy. Exactly. Price and conditions. 9mm carry besides 1911s. What do you like? It's been a while since I carried anything other than that. Probably the last 9mm I carried that wasn't a 1911 would have been probably my SIG Legion. Is Susie the same lady as Susu? No, Susu was in here for like one comment earlier. She dipped out though. No, Susie is from across the pond. Trying to get my FFL license in Rhode Island. Unfortunately, I can't own jack shite. Only 10-round mags. Yeah, dude, that sucks, dude. And the assault weapons ban. Dan, plus getting an FFL if you're not a brick and mortar is so hard these days. See Mexico's suit against gun manufacturers. No, I didn't. Cut down a lot of caliber to just 9mm, 22, 22-23, and 300 blackout. Why are you going to get rid of 223? Just Susie, bruh. Susie's got the coon box. Susu went and did her own thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. As people, we evolve sometimes, and we decide that we outgrow Joe's tits. Why do we drive on parkways and park on driveways? Why do shipments go by car and cargo go by ship? You have to wait to get an SOT. What are you at like now? 6 months or so left? No. So you renew every year. I applied for my SOT. I'm just waiting for it to get approved. I'm also working on more funding for the store, so it's not really like one of my biggest concerns right now, honestly. My personal needs and liking 300 are better for me. Nice. Mucho belly laffles. Ah, the Irish lady. The Scottish lady. I'm sorry, I said you're Irish. That's my bad. I shouldn't have done that. Makes me seem so ridiculous. Thoughts on 380? It's fine. I think Susu is some kind of fed, and her job is to watch the gun streams. Nah, I've seen her streams. She's not a fed. She's way too laid back to be a fed. There any good carry 22 LRs that are worth it? TX22 and SIG P322. Stoner, when are you gonna buy the pink Glock for your wife, man? I'm selling it so goddamn cheap. Tommy John comes in with a $5 dono. Been a while, brother. Thank you so much. I meant for you to be in the live stream, not for the donation. God damn, why did it take you so long to donate? Jesus, man. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you to everybody that does that. What about the 0702? Is that different than the standard SOT? So an 0702 is the manufacturing version. That supersedes a standard class 3 SOT, but it's a much more expensive license. It's $500 every 2 years versus $150. Stone is the Gerson is moving up the wall closer to your collection. No, it's not. I offered him a Match X. I got one from a distributor for $900 and he didn't want it. So sad, my girl just broke up with me. Sorry to hear that, brother. North American arms are good, 22s. They're interesting. Thoughts on Australian gun laws? You mean the law that means you can't have guns? That's stupid. You need guns. What's your opinion on the Glock 17? It works. That's about as far as I'll go with it. Daryl, I was looking at one. It's in decent shape. Not the M5, but it's an E34 instead of straight 6, and it has the V8, so like a 540. They're fine. I would try to find one with the 6-speed, though. That was cost of the Match X. I can't get it anymore because he passed on it, so I was just telling you I could have gotten it for $900. I'm drinking Starry because somebody brought me zero sugar stuff, and I need the carbonation to keep me awake. You gotta open more Corvettes. Lols. You're not poor. You're just thinking about your children, and you're stupid and lovable for it. You need guns like plants need water. Pretty much. Well, I enjoyed the stream. Learned something new. Peace out. All right, Redneck. Thoughts on the MP Shield? Very good guns, even the Gen 1. Do I got a Draco? Nope, I have class. Are the Century AKs worth money? Yes, actually, they're a lot better than they used to be. I would put that shiz on layaway in a heartbeat. Yeah, sorry. It has the 5-speed? Oh, yeah, so 1990 would have been 5-speed. Yeah, if it's a 5-speed, 540, and it's a good price, I'd go with it. I've got to save up $4K to put my kids in school. It's called public school, Stone. $12 a year to buy them lunch. You're choosing to save up $4K for your kids. Thank you. You got a hell of a collection. It's badass. You have a good day. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that one. Draco would be good if it actually had a stock on it. If it had a stock on it, it wouldn't be a Draco, so it kind of defeats its own purpose. Then you just have an SBR. So, you know what I mean? Brewski wishes they were born in America. If you come here and live here for a while, then you get to live here for a while. You get to get a citizenship after a while. Is a Desert Eagle worth the price? Only if you want it to say you have a Desert Eagle. Like, practicality-wise, hell no. 2K plus for a gun, he says, as he has a Dan Wesson DWX that he just got. Have I seen the ammo vending machines? I've heard of them. I have not seen them. Big up to public schools. Dude, I was public schooled, and I barely got into fights every week. Frick public school. I went to public school, and I've got mental health issues. Yeah, no. See, the problem is you've got mental health issues, which means you're gonna screw up your kids anyway. So you might as well just let them go to a public school and deal with it in the public. Python all day. How do you know what I'm packing? Is staccato worth it? Not at all. You know how stupid SBR laws are. I'm sure. I guess it would be a Draco. It would be a Crink like it should be. Pretty much, yes. SBR laws are one of the dumbest thing ever. Oh, yeah, but Braith can bypass. Just get rid of that too. Y'all school at Burger King, Pizza Hut, Chick-fil-A. Ours had a Pizza Hut. Now, I finished high school in 1995. So that makes me old. I probably finished high school before most of you started elementary school. So, needless to say, but yeah, we had a Pizza Hut in my school. Also had an arcade. I ran it. Y'all school thought I went to a public school and turned out awesome in New Zealand. Yeah, but isn't there like 4 people in every class in New Zealand because it's so small? You go, I have a good big night, mate. You all, mate? All you Kiwis going to school, sitting together, having a good time. It's nice to meet you. Glad you're learning. But yeah, I get in trouble once I started teaching my sons they can be girls. Bro, I'm teaching your sons they can be girls. What's the toughest, most durable revolver made? One that was never used. You were born in 2004. Well, at least you're over 18. Wait, that came out wrong? Best years of my life, 1999 for me. Nice. What are you compensating for all those guns? So I tend to wear 3 guns at once because my big penis pulls me over. That wooden handle Beretta is beautiful. It's a Taurus, actually. PT92CD. What's your favorite weapon on there? The Dan Wesson DWX. It's above the operator. Beautiful Aussie accent. Bro's accent's on point. It's hard for me to do that. You're almost 21. I'll take you out for drinks. You just got to get to Virginia from Texas. What would be the best 1911 brand you would recommend? Nighthawk Custom. The French Manhurin 357 mag is the toughest. I've heard they are, man. They have like the best quality control in the world. Court is probably the second. KORTH. Never would have guessed that from Taurus you have tried their revolvers. Yes, and I've had several of their revolvers, and I've had plenty of good luck. My guns make me feel better about myself. No, you know what? They make me feel better than the people that question me. Are Americans jealous Australians can drink at 18? I don't know. Are Australians jealous that we drive on the right side of the road? That we have guns? That we don't have to worry about snakes everywhere? Never has a dingo ever ate my baby. Gonna get rid of one of those firearms. Which would it be? Any of the Glocks behind me, Viper. Thoughts on Watchtower? I never put my hands on one. I want to. Didn't they go out of business because of too many YouTubers? Also, here's a big secret. Here in the United States, it's really easy to get alcohol. It's easier to get alcohol than it is to get, like, condoms. Not really. That's a joke. Condoms are given away everywhere. I don't know where I'm going with this. I was going to make a your mom joke, but I'm trying to go a whole live stream without it. Guns are great. You don't like freedom, go somewhere else. That's it, I'm leaving. French 357 can handle double the pressure of the Smith. That's a lot. Do I collect any pocket knives? No. We need to start promoting condoms again. Dude, I just drive down the road throwing them out the window. Yeah, so you can go to any free clinic in the United States and get condoms for free. Or, if you go into a CVS and just put it on in the aisle, they're not going to really take it away from you, are they? Wait, yeah, you win. You look like you're a good hunter. Nope. You look like you can look at your fam and the animal at the same time. Jorge tried making a joke. Everybody give a W to Jorge. I didn't know someone with Down syndrome could try to make a joke, but his typing style obviously proved it. You carry the Protector Poly 357 mag. Nice. Why do you look weird? Because I saw your mom naked and it really threw me off, bro. Like, I wasn't sure where her tits were, so my eyes went. Sorry. Yeah, but the free condoms don't work. Ask me how I know. You have to put them on, Stone. You can't put them on your fingers and giggle. Hey, yo! How hard is it to get American citizenship? I don't know. I got it by being expelled from a birth canal. Your eyes are so close to your ears, you get sights and sound confused. That's called synesthesia, and that's an actual thing. What a horrible and lame comeback. Dude, if I want my own comeback, I'll wipe it off your mom's chin. W for the attempt. Yep. Thoughts on 3D printed guns? I don't trust them, but you have fun. All the free condoms got holes poked into them. So my problem is, I've been told I look like Leoto. So my problem with the free condoms at school is they always put them up with the pins, and they always put them right through the center. You got the free condoms that were stapled. Yeah, there you go. A green card is expensive. Not if you get married. Shit, I thought you swallowed condoms. See, this is what public schools does to people. That's, no. That was your Boy Scout troop leader that taught you about swallowing. Bro, please stop. You're killing me. Green screen. Hey, if you need American citizenship, Susie, call me. Just got a PSA 300 blackout AR 8.5 inch. How expensive was all those guns? I don't actually price them, dude. If I think about how much I pay for guns, I know I paid $2,000 for the DWX, and it makes me want to sharp myself. Best barbecue in your town. Mission Barbecue. It's one of the only ones in my town. Although there is one that's a traveling barbecue, and I have to wait for them to be open again next Wednesday. Thanks to Trump, he lowered the feeds. Well, can you fly me out to America? No, my arms get tired halfway across the ocean. We'll both die. You definitely went to a public school. Your roasting skill is on point. I was also 3 years younger than everybody in my class and a small kid. Favorite gun I had was a Glock 22 or a 38 snub nose. Nice. The hat's covered in gum. In high school, I poked a hole through the condom and gave it to my friend as a joke. He got a girl pregnant. I felt really bad. Stupid joke. No. Wait for the statute of limitations to be up before you say that out loud. What do it about the car? I just picked up a CW40. I'm not a fan of them. The CW, is that the one with the metal frame? Guns. I'm happy. Damn, that comeback joke. Thank you. Am I going to do the wall at 10? I can. I will. UK, you can't have any guns. We just drink tea. If you come over to Boston, you can drink the water and pretend it's still there. How do you feel about the GT500? I almost bought one back in 2013, but I was dailying my car, so I bought just a track pack instead. And I put 150,000 miles on it in 6 years, so I'm glad I didn't buy a GT500. What's your IQ and how do I raise mine? So IQ is not, I mean, it's a number, it's measured. Mine's 162, but it's not something that you raise. It's not something that you read books to raise your IQ. Intelligent quotient is not a test of knowledge you have. It's a test to determine your ability to learn new things. So the better you are at learning new things, that is how your IQ is higher. Got expelled for high school. Biggest respect. I mean, I do. Oh, you want American citizenship? You got to hit me up, though. Why is there a green screen? I don't know. Why do UK citizens do to protect themselves when? They scream, "Stop, or I will call the local constabulary." You see the case where the lady paid to have her tubes tied, but the doctor didn't. She ended up pregante. So she's trying to sue him for child support. I would. Dude, I got so many extra chromosomes, bro, that my chromosomes have more guns and balls than you. I think I was about 2 decades ago. I think the statute of limitations run out. Yeah, you're good. I'm a maid. So, how long did you have to carry until you lost the fear of it randomly going off into your leg? So when I first started carrying, I carried with the 1911 with grip safeties, but I also practice a lot. So one big place that people drop the ball figuratively is in dry fire practice. So you can practice holstering and unholstering your gun over and over and over and over until it becomes second nature. But I was never afraid because I'm not afraid of a gun. Wasn't here earlier. What's your favorite gun? My favorite gun is 1911s. Is it worth buying a gun on a black market if they're illegal where you are? Well, I wouldn't put that out on the internet. You should probably retract your statement. But no, I would not recommend ever buying a gun illegally. Sorry. Hi in Iranian. I don't know how to say it in Iranian, so hi. All right, let's do a walkthrough of the wall since you guys want one. And nobody was here when I started the live stream and popped the zit right onto my screen. Also, this is my crotch. Oh, my phone does do bokeh. All right, so we have a 37 millimeter launcher. Those are fun for your bloops. It's nice how a signal launcher can fire, concussion and flashbangs. That's just a Radical AR-15, just a basic one. Taylor's & Company 357 Magnum. That one's actually sold now. Taurus 856 Ultralight. Charles Daly 301. My Arex 01 Tactical with the Siley Wolf enclosed RMR, a Warriorland Light, and a expensive suppressor, because why not? Para Ordnance P1345, Mitchell Mauser 1911, SIG X5 1911, the Keltec P15 aluminum framed carry pistol, Springfield Operator 1911, Dan Wesson DWX Optics Cut, which is the reason I bought it. Optics Cut. My Gerson 2311. Love that guy. CZ SP01. Bodyguard 2.0. The Daria Arms DY9, which is actually a Gen 5 compatible Glock, believe it or not. 1970 Romanian AK with the Donger. Tanfolio Witness 9mm. Taurus PT92 Compact Decocker, Rex Alpha, SIG P320 X5 Legion, SIG Colt Glock, that son of a bitch, Glock 22 and 40 cal, HK VP9, Canik Meta SFT, the Canik TP955, double action with the decocker, basically a Walther P99, TP9 SFX, Palmetto State Rock, Glock 19 MOS, Ruger SR9C, and the Taurus G3X. XXXX. Optics cut, but you haven't put an optics on it because it's a $2,000 gun that didn't come with an optics plate, Stone. I have to order a $75 optics plate. Do I trust the 320? Sure, because I know which guns were actually effective. I highly recommend you Google which ones were effective, and you will then restore your faith in it. The company, no. I put a comp on the Para. It's a compensator that I had laying around. It's actually a kind of a funny comp. It's a Punisher style comp that I've had for like 5 years. And yes, I just undid my belt. That's stupid. Yeah, $2,000 gun. Does not come with an optics plate. Not even one for an RMR. Nice, an enclosed emitter that doesn't look like a mailbox. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's the Siley Wolf. It's actually only the second RMR pattern on the market. It's like a $300 optic though. But I got it for free. Any FRTs or super safeties? Nope. Thoughts on the equalizer? I like it. It's internally hammer fired, which is why it's so easy to rack. But the fact is, you get 3 mags and an Uplula loader. Good deal. Crypto, it's been a long time. What is up, fam? Did you know the AK is heavier than the M4? Yes, I did know that. It's pretty obvious because of just its build and what they're made out of when they're quality. But yes. Oh no, somebody outbid me on something. Fine, you can have it, you bitches. Oh, yeah, hold on a second. I'm going to show you the shiz I won. Look at that, man. $20 for a frickin' actual friggin' display case. $20. Doors and everything in glass, bro. People sell those for a couple of hundos, and I got it for $20. I do not have an MP5. I probably have 4,500 in that stupid Staccato. Send it out. I'll take it off your hands. Upwards of 10 cents on the dollar, Mouse. I got a steal on. I did. And I got it at the last second, so I'm happy. Would you ever trade an Xbox for a gun? No, because there's no Xbox on the market that's worth a gun. To me, anyway. No time these days to hang out, but I always manage to pop in to like the stream. Yeah, you do. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Thought it was a fish tank. Yeah, I think a lot of people did, because it just said display case, and it had that stupid TV on it. Dude, that's an sight unseen price. Nobody likes to give prices online or on the phone. 10 cents on the dollar is guaranteed at Wind City Armory. I want an M1 Garand. They're a little expensive, but they're fun. Wow, Mouse, and you can only have 10 rounds in it. What's the least favorite gun if you had to pick one? Any Glock ever made. And I do have a bunch. Yeah, Stone, it's not worth it, man. Dude, just send it out to me. I'll be its caretaker for a while. How would you defend yourself against somebody with a gun when you're unarmed? That's a very difficult question, because typically, if somebody has a gun and they have the upper hand in the situation, if they're trying to rob you, let them take your shit. It's not worth your life. If they're just trying to kill you, then you're going to have problems. If you're John Wick, no problem. Just turn and your bulletproof jacket will absorb the round. Am I always armed? Yes. Do you have to pick up the cabinet? Yes, but it's just down the road and I've got a pickup truck, so it's fine. At least I got a brand new aim point. Yeah, that's true. Why aren't you a fan of Glock? Mediocre tolerances, no innovation, boring design. They're just not my thing. They suck to suppress. You have to do them right. How would you defend against a raging homosexual? I don't know if I would. Is a raging homosexual different from a raging heterosexual? I mean, is he angry or does he have a boner? Glocks are just boring, practical but boring. Yeah, and I say that all the time, Slamza dude. If you want one gun, you're not an enthusiast, you don't have a collection, you're not interested in doing that kind of shiz, get a Glock. Boring gun, but reliable, easy to maintain, and that's about all I can say about them. But if you have any self-respect, get something else. The Osprey 45 works great on Glocks. I mean, I've run my Osprey 9 on Glocks, but still, the reason why that there are issues with Glocks running suppressed is because of the extreme angle of their tilting action. They tilt more than almost any other striker fire gun. Do I have a G3? Yes. Canik is better. Agreed. What would win, a machete versus a knife? Up close, knife. Thanks for reading my joke. No problem, Sudden. You got the judge? No, I couldn't get him to agree to throw the case. Glocks are a rough suppressor host. Yep, they are. You're a raging homosexual? Good for you. Glock will never make a 1911, but I'd love to see that. That's not true. If you look at Alchemy Arms, not Alchemy, the custom Glock 1911 maker, somebody did make one. Planet Fitness ads during the live streams. When did they start that? I turned on monetization to keep people coming back. So, where is it? Yeah, hang on a second. Here it is. I'm going to show it to you guys. It was called the Spectre. And it was literally a Glock 1911. So yeah, it was called the Alchemy Arm Spectre. That was a Glock top, basically just a Glock 21 top on top of a 1911 frame. Pretty interesting. Yeah, it was interesting. If you want to watch, I was going to say if you're on YouTube, you're all on YouTube. But look at Forgotten Weapons. Forgotten Weapons did a video on it, dude. It's pretty cool. Kind of dig it. Yeah, it's probably one of the few I would take. Do you think the price of suppressors will go down in price? Probably not for a while. once they get taken off of NFA, which, I'm assuming they will, the manufacturers are going to keep the prices high as long as they can. Also, there's usually 120 to 180 day for appeals and stuff. So it'll probably be 6 months to a year before prices start going down. You want a 50 GI 1911 for fun, but gun crafters industries are expensive. Yeah, they definitely are. Ye Cannon is not in this room right now. What the frick? How did they do that? It's not hard. You just need to make a gun that can pull back the rest of the striker. Why not just use long slide Glocks? What do you mean, like in terms of just in general? Because the 34 is fine. I just don't like it, and the 17L is too long. Spectre. Can't pick up guns. Yep. It's actually surprised the government hasn't raised the price on tax stamps. They can't. Legally, they can't, Jeremy. It's called a legacy tax. When it was initially instituted, it was set up as a legacy tax because at the time, a $200 tax stamp was 100 times the cost of a suppressor. Suppressors were $2 when they instituted the tax stamp. But because somebody was smart enough to make it a legacy tax, they were never able to increase it. It's kind of like if you live in New York City in a rent-controlled apartment that your family has had for 100 years, you're paying $200 a month for, Saks Fifth Avenue. I think that's in New York. But a Fifth Avenue on the Park apartment because your family's lived there forever. If that wasn't the case and it was 100 times more expensive now, you'd be talking about $10,000 tax stamps. Good gun with stopping power. Anything 40 cal. Ian has some interesting and borderline bizarre. Yes, he does. He's one of the ones I can binge watch just because he looks at guns I have no interest in owning. I've got a Kel-Tec PMR 30. It's all right. Kind of want something better, but the trigger's so light. It shoots so fast. It's fun, but it's a Kel-Tec. I had great luck with my PMR 30. I liked it. What's your dream gun? I just got it today. The Dan Wesson DWX Optics Cut. And I've got an STI Grandmaster and I got, old guns. I just like them. Wish we could have guns like you guys here in Canada. Move. Come on down, bro. You can be here 6 months out of the year. Find a friend that lives here in America and start a gun collection with them and just visit twice a year. PMR 30 is a very fast firing gun. Yes, but if you put too heavy of an optic on it, you can actually mess them up. I do not have an MP40. Real MP40s are in the $40,000 to $60,000 range. The semi-auto clones are about $500. Bring back $2 suppressors. I'm talking, right? Stalker? Who's stalking me? You already made SBRs and suppressors require tax stamp for no reason as it is. What is that aluminum Kel-Tec chambered in? It's chambered in 9mm. It's the P15 aluminum frame. If you look it up, Mouse, I have an itch in my right nostril that I really want to go after, but I'm pretty sure it'll bleed if I do. You think loving Glock is like loving Honda, affordable, basic, and boring? No, it's even worse than that, Crypto. Loving Glock is like loving plain hummus. Yes, you're paying for beans, and you have to add to it to make it better. So you're paying for something basic that you could get at home, and you have to upgrade it. Wow, it's a small one. Yeah, it's pretty good, though. Jake, what's up? Timothy, hi. Surprised nobody has asked you what's your thoughts on an 88 Magnum. Somebody will at some point. Then a She-Colt rifle. No, I do not have a She-Colt rifle. We aren't allowed to defend ourselves. Can carry a gun for walks only. In Canada, we are too nice and we make honey. No, you don't make honey. You make syrup. Hello from St. Cloud, Minnesota. I used to live in Minneapolis, Northeast, man. Used to live right down by the quarry, back before it was turned into the shopping center. I lived in Northeast Minneapolis back when that was still the Blue Bonnet ice cream. I think it was Blue Bonnet. Timothy just subscribed. Hey, what's up, dude? Have you seen the Chipmunk single shot bolt action 22? They are fun. Yes, I have. I've also got the Cricket here. I have fired an MP40. They fire kind of slow. Yeah, they don't have a high cyclic rate. They're just fun. I'm checking it out, impressive, but it has 15 round mags. Yeah, but you can get 10 rounders. What state are you in? Is that your collection, or do you work at a shop? I'm in Virginia. They are my private collection, but they're also for sale in the gun store that I own. Auburn, Minneapolis right now. Nice. You fine as hell. Thank you. I don't believe you, but thank you. Can't touch guns on live stream. Thank you. Am I ready for a zombie apocalypse? You betcha. The best syrup. You can come get it. I can't do anything about it. Dude, I could take over Canada right now with an AR-15 and 3 drunk cheerleaders. What's the most annoying question you get asked constantly? It's usually a do you got question or opinion with just like one thing. What about the Dan Wesson? What do you recommend for bear hunting? Bears. It's hard to hunt bears if there's no bears. Thoughts on the Glock 43? No. I have an Arrow Precision AR. Should I put an FRT on it? Should I save a little more and get a better AR? AR bodies are, if you got the full aluminum lower and upper, it doesn't matter. You can change out parts. It shouldn't matter. What's more important on an AR is your trigger group, your bolt carrier group, and your barrel. Just because it's made by Arrow doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. I mean, you should save your money and not even put an FRT on it because it's a waste of money. What about, is that a Luger question? I haven't been asked that since I stopped putting up that Ram line because I sold it to a buddy. Dan Wesson for sale? No. I can get you one, but that particular one is not for sale. Let me put it this way. Everything's for sale, but I'm going to charge you 3 times what it's worth for that one. Do you have a better at 21? Nope, I can get it. You got dibs on being cheerleader number 1. I am taking video applications, Susie, so feel free to send it on the jiminyshow@gmail.com. Everything is for sale if the price is right. Yep, pretty much. 10 millimeter for pistols. Yep. Do you have an AK with the laser? Sure. A bear that's roughly 110 pounds with long brown hair. Is it really a bear then? Because bear usually means big, chunky, hairy dudes. I don't think camp guns are here sold anymore. That's kind of crazy. Well, you said everything was for sale, but figured you'd say that about the DW. I can get them. They're actually in stock, so I can get you one. So, yes, I'll sell that one right now if I can buy another one immediately. I'm going to make you a non-filing replica P08 Luger with Wind City Armory on top of it. Do it! Careful with the women in here. That's how I met my wife. Well, I'll add you on Bebo. Nah, add me on Grindr. I meant Tinder. FRT is just a toy, but I like one, but serious use means more practical. Pretty much. Go back to 10 o'clock. Go back 16 minutes. I did a close-up of it. What is the story of the Tankfolio rifle on the website? So that was actually Stonehaven's. It's called the Tankfolio Appeal. It's in 22 long rifle. It's a bullpup 22. It's kind of cool. It's basically a tube inside of a plastic chassis. Will I hang it on the gun wall? Yes. If you make one, I will put it on there. Mucho belelas. You think I'm kidding. Join FetLife. I'm on there too. Actually, I really am. I accidentally signed up for a year. I was trying to find some freaks in my area, and I accidentally clicked on the thing where I thought you could, when you sign up for a week and then you cancel so you save money. I accidentally signed up for a year. $79 down the drain. Oh, nice, KK. I got a weekend project now. Nice. I want a bodyguard, or I'd like a PCC pistol with a brace. There you go. All those are good options, Joshua. You should definitely do that. I'm going to blind myself. Dude, I've never put a battery in this Scout. Ever. Still works. You may meet a freak, though, then it's cheap. Dude, I used to date a bipolar manic-depressive nymphomaniac. I'm looking for a Webley 455 revolver for a reasonable price, no shave cylinder. Sorry, that's not my normal thing, Joel. You can always send me an email if something happens to walk in. I'll let you know. The freaks come out at night in Walmart after hours. Yeah, my Walmarts here close at midnight, so it's kind of hard. Sounds like a fun woman. Exhausting, actually. Half the time she thought I was doing something evil. Plus, she kept trying to ask me to marry her. That's a no-go. I dated one of those, a dancer. No, luckily mine was highly functioning and worked for a very good medical place. It's all shites and giggles till someone giggles and shites. Exactly. Would you buy a gun from Walmart? No, because they only sell rifles. Darn, that sounds kind of exhausting. Yeah. And when they're a nymphomaniac and you're not, and you're a dude, sorry, it's hard to eventually you have to just start flicking the bean on the regular, if you know what I mean. Did he just say that? He did.
I don't know if he meant to say that.
He did.
That is a weird thing to say.
It is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marriage off the table, bummer. There goes my visa. No, I'll marry you, Susie. I got you covered. We just have to really get to know each other. I need to know what your favorite color is and how many times that you pull your corset tight. I can agree. I can't keep up. Fake chow. I can relate. Playing the banjo. Different personalities? No. Bipolar manic depression does not equal different personality. So let's play a game of let's normalize bullshit like they do on TikTok. Let's normalize not telling everybody has a dissociative identity disorder. Mother fathers are just lazy ass bitches nowadays. Patriot, did you see what happened with my cat? It's not my cat, it's my buddy's cat, but he's like my buddy. Like I have a cat and a dog that they own, but they're mine. If you married her, the nympho would go away. Not really, but I hear where you're coming from. What's the story on the T-Sauce? 5.7 on the website. That's a first-generation T-Sauce PX57, non-optics cut, brand new in the box, never been fired. I bought it for a song. Sorry to interrupt, bro, but do you have a 4-bore rifle? No. I'm not a rifle guy, and I don't have anything bigger than 45-70 right now. Walmart's by me only sell rifle and shotgun ammo, no pistol ammo. Yeah, that sucks, dude. I did see the short video. Yeah, man, they murdered my boy. They gave him a lion cut. I think it's freaking hilarious. That laugh you heard me doing was like the 5th time I did it. Because I go over to his house and I see this little puff of fur walk by, and I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, his fur was getting matted, so they did it. You never gonna shoot the T-Sauce? I will at some point. I have a new generation coming. You want the Luger non-firing replica to be black or some funky colors? Do it in funky colors. I want it to be obviously fake, but people still ask. Fire! You have a blessed evening. Thank you, Hiova. Fired 454 out of the 460. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I've never fired the 460. I bought it because I got it for a good deal. I'm not a rifle guy either. A lot of 12 gauge, 20, 30, old Sears Remington. Yeah. Yeah, I have rifles because I have to have rifles because I'm supposedly a gun tuber, but rifles literally do nothing for me. Rizzer, no. Thankfully, I've never had to kill anybody. I've murdered me some pussy, but that's about it. He says as he drinks out of the little can. SM, what's up? What's your best gun? Probably my STI Grandmaster, but it's not up there. What's your favorite pistol? Are those personal guns, personal inventory? They are both. What's your favorite pistol? 1911s, 454 Casull. It's a great round. Look it up. Best optics for pistols. Trijicon RMR. Very dependable. Makes the cat look funny. Yep. Mine is a 1911. Greetings from Germany. We like to watch you over here. You are very good, but unfortunately, sometimes you get a little bit carried away. We do not approve of all the jokes. We would ask that you maybe dial it back maybe 9%, maybe some more than that. If you would. That would be very good. High five. High five. Damn. What is your favorite rifle? Probably my Winchester 1894. Have to call Mufasa, yeah. Shot my 1100 today, fell in love with it. Nice. Prairie dogs at 400 yards. What caliber you packing? 50 AE? 50 BMG? No, fuck that. 416 Barrett. Which Taurus is that can shoot 454? The Raging Hunters. Congratulations, thanks. If I ever shoot a 458 SOCOM AR, I wanted one for 2 weeks, but not practical. No, they're not practical. I did have one. It tore the seat in my Ram, so I sold it immediately because it cut my leather, the mother fathers. Yo, man, you look like a high point type of guy. You look like the kind of guy that uses a cardboard box for a helmet. It's a good pistol to buy, a functioning one. I'm getting some ideas for the P08 Luger color ideas. Nice. Oh no, I would have to tighten it enough to breathe, okay, but not too tight. It takes long to untighten it. Is that a word, Lamau? Who cares? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, the problem is, as a dude, like when I cross dress, it's hard for me to tighten it myself because my arms aren't, I'm not flexible. So you put them around a doorknob and you pull, and that just sucks. Why is 44 Special almost non-existent in stores anymore? Because it's a different kind of load, dude. It's not like 38 Special versus 357. It's still 44 cal. How many shotguns do you have? Like 4. I actually like the HP 995. I got the original. It's ugly but accurate and 10 round mags. Yep. Am I a veteran? No. Did not serve. Thank you. What's your point of view on keeping a 308? If you can, do it, man. That's the way I go into it. I got you, my guy. You know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to find the right lady who wants to just, tie me up tight. Plus, I can do more titty streams if somebody can tie up a corset. It'll look better. How many pistols do you have? A lot. You'd have a field day if someone tried to break in. I know you're ready for that day. I'm ready. I'm not hoping, though. Most people like to hand load for 44 Special for what I'm seeing. That makes sense. Heat shield, yes or no? On a shotgun, I've never gotten one hot enough to know if I need one, to be honest. So you hunt? No. Do you have a Glock? Maybe. That's what I see when people type Trump sayings. You saw what he did to Elon Musk and what Elon Musk is doing to Trump, right? Why are you still supporting that floppy-haired carrot? How many rifles do you have? At least 2. Absolutely love 300 Win Mags. That shite slaps. You have an AR? No. You a quick draw bang. Only in bed, bro. I got a cheap Turkish 12 and took the heat shield off. Nice. What type of rifles? All kinds. Best first handgun for somebody who wants a CC in California. No idea. I don't know what's on your roster. Get a Gen 3 Glock. There you go. Do you have any plans to reach Tahiti, Unk? No, I have no plan on going to Tahiti. So here we go. Let's see. Hate speech. There we go. Trump and Elon will kiss and make up. Probably. SDVD9, Smith & Weston. Wow, you missed almost every word in that sentence. But yeah, they're fine. No Mac 11s, Casa, and stop asking me if I have guns. If you keep asking me if I have guns and you're not contributing to the conversation, you go bye-bye. You're gonna go outside and wait for the boss. Yeah. I'm trying to drink as noisily as I can to annoy people. Yeah, don't you know if you do it right, everybody comes out and says, hi, how are you? I want to come to your house. I want to buy you some snacks. Maybe some bananas. My chat froze. Give me a second. Got milk? Yes. Where's your girl? In your bed right now. I'll get her later. I didn't get the trolls nice to actually talk, lols. Would I ever train CQB? I don't train anybody. I don't get the trolls. It's nice to actually talk guns with Joe one. Thank you. Got guns. Farthest I've ever hit a target. None of the ranges around me go past 300 yards, so I'm going to stop at 300 yards. The zombie apocalypse, you might be good for a couple days, but you a marker collector or a cop? What the hell? Put the hammer down. Oh no, get to the copper. Copper mines in Canada. Are street sweepers good for home defense and are they legal? Maybe. Rifle for the target, pretty easily too. Iron sights, AR-15. For defense, far range shots are defense to them. This guy's back. Hey, this guy is here. Come on, guys. This guy is here. Who gifted me was paying pizza guy. Who was gifting me pizza pie? I don't know what you're talking about here, huh? Oh no, Sezzle. I don't deal with the Sezzles. They always trying to get me to like sign up for some of their monies, right? It's like I ain't paying for that shiz. Get out of here with that. Whatever, shoot on state forest land. I don't have to, but I would. You live in Missouri. Nice. Where the Star Wars guns at? I gave them back to their owner. I was babysitting them. He's got a McLovin ID. I'm going to sing this. No. Boo. Boo. For a daily rifle, would you carry blackout or 7.56? Probably blackout. If you mean 7.62, still blackout. Sight options for Winchester 1892. Never really got into rifles, man. Wrong place for that one. Drunk Mouse, can you sing opera? I don't know any opera songs, but la 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 la. What do you? I know exactly what you meant, Officer Boy. I was just fucking with you. What do you think about using a Crossman Vigilante for home defense? I don't recommend any air guns for home defense. I got an old school 44 in my pants, and I ain't talking no gun. You got 4.4 millimeters? Cool. I think you have the voice for it and would be good at it. Yeah, I could. Then you did good. Very good. Yeah, I got you. Figaro. Figaro. I don't know any of the words. Figaro. There you go. Figaro. Hello, Orange. Have I tried the Baja Blast yet? Dude, that shit is way too sweet for me. You stole my pistols. I also stole your toes. If I can't have them, nobody can. Kendall, go to Google, man. It's not my job. I'm not looking it up for you. Just Google it, my guy. Go back. Come back later. Cheapest centerfire round currently? Probably 9s. What's your favorite gun in the back? The Dan Wesson DWX. Cody, what's up? I ain't messing with you. Thank you. What's going on today? Not much. What's up, brother? Heard 338 ARC outperforms 300 blackout, yet the price supply for each new cartridge is a multiple buck to put the... Yeah, it's like we're almost having a renaissance of way back in the day where every goddamn FUD would make their own caliber and call it a caliber. What's the stupidest pistol you have? Probably anything with the word Glock on the side of it. Pistols are now illegal in Canada. Sorry to hear that. I paid $650 for a Mint CZ75 compact. Did I pay too much? No, I mean, that's what they go for. You didn't get a good deal. Dude, not to get political, but I did some raids in downtown LA today. Now people are rioting. Did they make hollow points for every caliber? For the most part, yes. Sometimes they make something called soft points that do the same thing. Sorry to see you go, Kendall. Sorry that you're that sensitive. They all make new calibers, but we have good ones. How unique do you want there to be? Death to be, lols. Yeah. Whoa, liking the setup. Thank you, Zemo. I only own one suppressor, David. Would you buy an HK SP5K if you could own just one subgun? No. Nice to see a fellow supporter. Yep. You have just one box. Nice. Blue Monster says, hey, do you like guns? I have a question for you. Do you like guns? No, he unsubbed because I told him I wasn't willing to do his homework for him. Just like the bullies in class, man. Always picking on the nerds. I'm not doing your homework, Steve. For the last time. I have to do my own stuff. Well, then I'm unsubscribing from you. Hey, do you like guns, though? No, I can't stand guns, bro. Guns are stupid. Missouri does not claim Kendall. Yeah. How many 1911s do you have? Personally, 14. It'll be 13 after tomorrow. What do you think about a machete for home defense? You got to get real close to use a machete, but if you're freaking that badass, go for it. Which subgun would you take over an HK SP5K? I'd probably take something like an old Papa-Shot 7.62 by 25. What's legal in Canada for grizzly bear for defense? A stick. How many Glocks do you have? Personally, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. How good is AK-47 in a gunfight? Depends on the gunfight. They're disturbed if they actually find out you possess those, or are you licensed? I live in the United States of America in a state that does not require licensing to own firearms, so I'm fine. If restrictions on suppressors were to disappear or change like a firearm purchase, would you own more than one suppressor? Yeah, I own more than one suppressor right now, but I started in FFL and jumped 100 grand into it, so I don't have the money to waste on stuff right now. You're proud to say you're a zero owner of Glocks ever. Well, that kind of puts you into a weird place, Cody, because never owning a Glock means you're not allowed to bitch about them. Do I have a Desert Eagle? Not anymore. Stop asking me if I have a gun. I had a Tom Bauer suppressor for my Mac. It's just so-so at best. Yep. Would you side carry something chambered in 25? I did carry a Colt Jr. in 25 ACP in my pocket for a while. Favorite 2011 or 1911 double stack? Right now, it's my Gerson 1911 double stack. 2311, excuse me. It's the one up on the wall above the Dan Wesson. First time here. So is topic? We'll talk about whatever, dude. Never owned a Glock either. If you've never owned a Glock, you're not allowed to badmouth them. I know enough about them to know that I don't like them. There's nothing special about them. You don't hear me bitch about them. I just don't like them. Agreed. I'm just saying. It's kind of like people that vote, that don't vote and then bitch about who's in office. If you didn't vote, you didn't put your words out there, so you don't get to put your words out there now. You're smart to not get into suppressors yet because you need easy to move inventory, not stump them like NFA stuff. It's actually easy to sell suppressors here in Virginia, though, dude. How many revolvers do you have? I'm not doing that anymore, dude. Ask a pertinent question other than trying to figure out what I own. Who's your favorite gun tuber besides yourself? I don't actually watch any real gun tubers on the regular anymore. It's a good point about people who don't vote and complain. Yep. You finally know how to play your trumpet. Nice. Do I prefer red dots or irons? I will take whatever the gun has. If it's got irons, I will be competent with it. If it has a red dot, then it's going to get a red dot. If it's cut, I mean. So, you got 5 Glocks so you can talk? You are in, man. Absolutely. I don't need to stick my wiener underneath the blade to know it'll cut, just like I don't want to own a Glock to know that they suck. You do have to if you want to bitch about a certain lawnmower. Do I like Power Ordnance? Yes, it's one of my favorite. Still waiting for my SOT. I just need 2 or 3 more in the Gen 3 collection, and I'm done. They're all the same, Michael. Sorry. You printed the ocarina. Yep. What do you do when both of the candidates are garbage? You write your own name. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you vote. If you don't believe in both candidates, write your own goddamn name. In the United States of America, if you are old enough to hold office, such as president, you have to be at least 35 years old. If you're at least 35 years old and you write your own name in, you at least voted. Whether or not it was a valid vote, that's up to you to decide. If you truly believe you're a better candidate than either party or the independent that's running, write your own name. My personal favorite's Beretta. What do I think of it? It's a gun that doesn't exist. It never won the military trials, but they still put it to market. It's a fun gun. It's too expensive, $1,000, you know. I like that answer. No problem. Law, I know I'm just weird on collecting certain guns. No problem. Bro, I just want a rifle that's fun at the range, but I can also hunt. Any thoughts? Get a 300 Blackout AR. I voted for Captain Crunch. I voted for a bowl of Captain Crunch. I was very specific. Co-president, vice president was a half-eaten everything bagel. Imagine King Von found about you before he died. Who's King Von?
Susie.
Actually, I want to say that more in like the, oh, doll. It's Susie. Revolvers are fine. Haven't heard of the Gerson 2311. I'll look more into it. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Do it. What's the Beretta you just said was $1,000 and didn't make military trials? The M9A3. It was. It lost to the M17. I love King Von. I've heard the name. I've never listened to any of their stuff. Susie is such a wonderful girl. I would buy you a coffee. Sergeant Mellon says, Desert Eagle? No thanks, I'm full. The police are steady watching this guy. Not this guy, though. This guy is 100% above board, below radar, under the bridge that's covered in water. Oh, Doyle. I have a question, so I'm dealing with creeps and stalkers. The point of having someone trying to break into my home. Then you shouldn't be on the internet asking questions. You should be taking precautions like Home Alone. M9A3. Your opinion on 38 Super. I have a 38 Super STI Grandmaster. It's fun, but gets a little expensive. I've never owned a Glock, but I've shot the Glock 19X, and after about 4... at least you shot it, but as a YouTuber, you really should own one. What kind of drink is that? It's little itty bitty cans of Starry. My buddy didn't like it, so he gave it all to me, and it's 0 sugar, so I'm just sipping it for the carbonation. Just noticed the Ghost isn't on the wall. Did she go to a better home or just get swapped out? The owner of the Ghost took it back. My buddy Alex, the one that created the Star Wars pistol and all the Resident Evil guns, he took all his guns back because he got back in from his vacation. Kai M9A3. Thank you. They're clocking me. Red alert, armed and dangerous. I keep the Glock on me. I ain't looking for trouble. I'm just looking out for... Is that a song or something, this guy? A gun that's not safe and nothing. Hey, VR Hamster, ask that question again. I see the butt of a shotgun. What shotgun is that? That is a Charles Daly 301 Tactical. Go back to 10 o'clock if you want to see all the guns on the wall. So 42 minutes ago. Seth says, nice selection. Thank you. I'm the sommelier. What do you think about a crossbow for home defense? Do whatever you want. Bro typing lyrics. You want them gone? Nah, I don't care. It puts the sticker on the hat. No, Forker, and take my name, take the Wind City Armory off the other big sticker, too. Don't make any more with Wind City Armory on it, dude. Armed and Dangerous by King Von. I've never had the finger blade problem shooting my Glocks. Texas gun shows sometimes have the fancy narco specials in 45 or 38 special. Very naughty, very gaudy and naughty. Naughty, gaudy, body, naughty, gaudy. I don't want to live forever, but I do believe in God. How does one get said stickers? One, no. If he makes profit off them, I get 12% of every profit he makes. I'm assuming it costs money, too, so... What's the sloth name? Shiloh, Milo, and Greg. That's too close to me. If a gun was that close to me, they'd freak out on the internets. Oh, I can make some 3D stickers, but I don't think Joe would approve. Oh, you can make them, but I'll be pissy. No, I don't want the profit. I want 12%. I've been seeing the Charles Daly 1911s. You don't know if they're any good. Charles Daly 1911s are produced by Chiappa, so no. I like Greg. Greg's a good guy. Good guy. Don't you? He's a two-star. You have all the colors for it? Nice. What's wrong with Chiappa? They are like Freedom Group. They buy manufacturers, slap their name on it, and then pretend that they're actually building a quality gun. Most Chiappas are shit tier. Chiappa is an Italian company, so everybody thinks that that means that they're quality, but they buy shit companies and reduce the amount of money that they give each company, so then that the guns that they produce are shit. Do you drink alcohol? No. Hey, Selena girl! What's up? You know what they call a gun that isn't loaded? A shtick. Bro, I was a Super Soaker 9000. That's what they called me in high school. Because I wet the bed a lot. Good to know. I have a double monocle, aka glasses. I never associated equality with Italian. Yeah, pretty much. Chiappa Daily. Carl's Daily kind of fell off as a manufacturer. They basically pay other companies to make their guns and put their name on it. Yep, pretty much. I have a couple of triple barrels. They've been good. Oh, I'm sure it'll run fine. I just would never trust my life to one. I get called elephant trunk. Why? Because you have a big thing on your face? I took the boat out today. Got sunburn on my back and shoulders. Oh, that's cancer. Send me all your guns. I had Charlie Daverson's officers couldn't hit anything with it. Yep. German made with quality, but not Italy. Yep. Do you have a preference for a pistol light? Streamlight or Surefire. Those are my two favorite brands. Even Ferrari engines, I think they mold them using sand. Yeah, they're cast engines. Have I ever had a squib load? Yes. Do I have an M4? No. Squib loads are not fun because sometimes it ends your entire range trip, especially if you only brought the one gun and it's jammed in the barrel and you can't get it out. Can't get it out. Beretta 1301. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm planning to add more to your collection. I just added the DWX to my collection today. So yes, always adding. And since I'm a gun reviewer and a gun channel, I technically have to. I'm required to add guns to my collection on a routine basis. I'm so tired. Lamborghini looks nice, but still don't think quality when I see them. Funny thing is, did you know that a Lamborghini Diablo has the headlights from a Nissan 300ZX? I have a clone of an 1892 Winchester made by Chiappa. Seems well made, but I guess it all depends on the actual manufacturer. Yes, true. What's the last gun you sold? The M&P Carry to you. 301 is nice, but can't compete with an 870. Agreed. Since opening and running your own gun shop isn't what you expected. It is about, Michael. Growth is slow. I started it with less money than I should have. Took all my money and put it in my inventory, so I had no real money. So, yeah, it's been slow going, but it's getting going. Favorite model? Kathy Ireland back in the 90s was friggin' fucking hot. And she barely had boobs. Is that a Desert Eagle? No, those are made out of cake. I didn't know that about Lambos and Nissan. Yep. I seen a brand new Echelon bag, 317 round, 220 round bag, and red dot for $579. Is that a good price? It's about right. They're all doing range packs right now. Dude, I've been so tired lately too. Been late to work every day this week. My boss asked me to be on time next week. Oh, damn. Sounds like I'm buying a Staccato when you get fired. Sorry. But I got you, boo. You're just trying to get forced to move to Texas. I know what you're doing. Had a squib the other day, 108 grain, 6 arc Hornady, surprised and beat the rifle's butt red to get it out. Nice. Why have you done? Jay says, lols. What do you think about Subaru Imprezas? I don't. Imprezas are fine, but they're boring. I actually drove one to another dealer for a transfer for another dealer because I still have friends in the business, and it was the most boring thing I've driven in a long time. And that's actually my basis of judgment for quality. It was so boring, it was probably really good. What do you think about Subaru Imprezas? I don't. What's your favorite gun you own?
It's hard to say. I own too many guns. If I say one, the other ones get jealous, and then they all pee at the bed in the middle of the night. I'm about to fall asleep in the middle of a sentence. I apologize. I don't know about Texas. Thinking more about Pennsylvania. Could be closer to my pops, and the gun laws look good there. Yeah, they're fine. How do you feel about the Daniel defense pistol? They're fine. Sleepy Joe said to fire a shotgun in the air for home defense. Do you recommend? No. If you're going to fire a firearm, you're firing it at your target. You do not randomly fire a round for a warning shot. You do not fire a warning shot. If you can fire a warning shot, you either have time to retreat or time to defuse a situation. The only time you pull the trigger is when you're ready to use that flying. I might go to bed at 11, so we're going to go 2 hours. What's that, an hour and a half? No, we got, 2.5 hours, so. Did you cuddle with Greg? No, I cuddle with a double-ended dildo that somebody sent me. But anyways, I'm glad that I finally get to use my mags I've had for 2 years. So these are black DWX plates. I've had these mags for 2 years since I sold my other one. Which gun do you shoot the most? Right now, it's my Gerson 2011. It's the one above the Dan Wesson DWX. Do I do any PRS competitions? No, actually, I don't. I kind of want to. Do you do any Texas is building a lot more rental places. Yeah. Mrs. Mouse heard you say you cuddle with a double-sided dildo, and she said it found painful. Only when I put it in a hole. That came out wrong. Do you think Glock will do for the Gen 6 update? Oh, they'll turn the serration sideways or some stupid shit. It's Glock. Yeah, so one of my subscribers, and nobody's admitted to this, somebody sent me a Shemale torso with a 9-inch penis, and then they also sent me an 18-inch double-ended dildo. The thing is, I'm a bit of a freak, so I have girls that like them toys, so I kept them both. Buddy, have you heard anything bad about 365s? No, they're fine, dude. They're just small. I am the owner of YouTube, and you're getting banned tomorrow at 4 a.m. Sweet! Thank you for putting it in writing, because now I'm going to sue you. Flew into DFW. Traffic was horrendous. Yeah, I hate Dallas. Dude, you should do a competition just for fun. I did one when I was in Wyoming. I want to. At least they will be used. No shit, right? Did I use it? Not yet. Got to find the right girl. Yes, you did send me the ball sack. That's his backup. Dude, I hate you keep the dildo in one hand and a gun in the other. If I run out of ammo, I just start swinging that shiz. For the Gen 6, it's just going to be metal sights and a magwell. Probably. You'll do fucking nothing. Yeah, pretty much, man. Need to send you that Jennings 22 Magnum. Yeah, I'll take it. Trump the man. What about him? If I put a dildo on the screen, YouTube will definitely end the live stream. The last time I talked about it, they age restricted it, so I'm actually going to stop talking about it now. We got about 10 minutes left. What else you guys want to talk about? Drunk Mouse will confirm I've sent pictures of both the Shemale and the double-ended dildo. What's it like to buy a shotgun? It's like being the biggest, smartest man in the world, man. It makes your penis, like, even bigger, even if you're a girl. What kind of bullets can you fit in the Python? They're typically 357, my guy. Freak. Thank you. So many YouTube rules. We come here because we're old enough to have guns. I hope dependable point. Yep. I am found. It's been an absolute hoot. Good night. 3:45 a.m. here on the pond. Dude, when you need that visa, give me a call. Damn, the writers are out. Gun blazing. What's the most shite gun on your wall? It's that Glock and that Glock. So those Glocks are the shittiest guns on my wall. Dang, you got a lot of rare guns. They're not really rare. Only the Mitchell, I would say, is rare.
Good stream tonight, buddy. Hope you get some sleep. Nice. Brad just got out of the hospital. You got the, you're the owner of YouTube. Yep, I'm sure you are. And you want to send me $50 million too, right? Is there a shotgun caliber that fits some revolvers? Yes, 410. I take any takers on the pink one? Not yet. My type is loose and easy. What's my type? My type is easygoing, free thinking, and open to fun. Maybe I can move to Winchester and work at the best gun store in the city. I would need more than 2 references. Sorry. You make $100 million for this. Sure you do. Thanks for answering my questions. Tommy, it's always good to have you in here. Thanks again, brother. Thoughts on Watchtower Gun Company? They gave away too many YouTuber guns. What's your favorite gun on the wall? My Dan Wesson DWX. You're blonde and Scottish. I am so freaking in. Don't threaten me with a good time, Susie. Luckily, those traits go together. Nice. How many guests have you ripped to shreds this evening? I've been actually pretty clean about it today, Brian. I've just been banning them. What's my least favorite race? Anything Indy, because there's not that many changes in the leader. You worked at Ruger for 5 years. Nice. I should be getting my second job back next month. I'll be buying stuff. Nice. My bad. I'll stop. It's fine, guy. Sounds like a Trump supporter. Really? I do? Really? I got guns and, a sense of normalcy and decency. You sound like Kamala Harris. All I hear is your vagina flapping. If I did move there with Wind City Army, would have a booming gunbroker account. Yeah, I would. Is there another YouTuber you enjoy watching? Not really, man. Honestly, no. I don't watch much. Like, my feed is like the same 10 freaking channels all the time. You have a friend who is Indian? Oh my goodness, so do I. It is one of my personalities. I am Rajesh. Thank you very much. Give me your credit card number. I also need the 3 digits in your zip code. Actually, I don't need your zip code. I know where you live. I'm going to remote in on your computer now. Don't worry. TeamViewer is going to go black for a second. Oh no, I sent you $4,000. Please go get gift cards. What is that? YouTube plaque. Cheers, fellow creators. Thank you, Monkey Man. Jesus is a true American. If you need to go get some rest, I will in a minute. Oh no. Is it illegal to have a shotgun out of its case near the bed? No, it's perfectly legal. You can put gun right in bed. I sleep with 1911 on top of the covers in case I need to get to it quickly. I heard Watchtower never delivered guns. I heard they had a really long lead time, but yeah, they were too busy building frickin' guns for gun tubers. Dude, are the grips on the Tanfoglio wearing down? No, they seem to be pretty solid, dude. It's just the angle that makes them look lighter at the top. What is your favorite gun? Oh, my favorite gun is the Hellwind. The Iraqi Hellwind. It's the Beretta 92 clone. It's actually a Beretta 52 clone. 51 clone. You know what I mean. Don't worry about it. Take it and go. If I was, it'd be in trouble. Don't have kids, so mine are close. Yes. So, if a miniature human, aka child, or a stranger gets hurt because you left the gun unattended, yes, you can be held liable for it. But like, since I don't have miniature human beings running around, I don't have that risk. So a lot of my guns are loaded. Several of those on the wall are loaded. I used to hunt deer. Now I hunt bear. I am Walter White. Oh, they're very, very good. Such a good accent, thank you. 7-Eleven want you to work, it's so good. Oh, thank you for coming in. I know it's late, but don't you worry, man. If you prepay, I'm going to give you all the gas that your $20 can give you. 4 gallons. Don't worry about it. I've got you. I sleep too restless to sleep with a gun in bed. No, it's pretty good. If you put it in a good holster, you do not have to worry. Do you own a Mauser? I own a Mitchell Mauser. Do you like Jiminy Glick? Martin Short is fine, and that's not where my name comes from. It's from Jiminy Cricket. I just misspelled it. Have you ever tried TacPack? I have not. I don't feel like paying for a subscription like that. Oh no, why are you so mad? Is that gun name under the AK-47 magazine? The one under the AK-47 magazine, that is a 10-folio witness, also known as Rebecca. She is a very good gun. My grandpa sleeps with his sawed-off shotgun under her pillow. That makes sense, Brady. I have tried a tax sack. Yes, you will. Do you be streaming tomorrow? No, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, starting from 8:30 p.m. I used to start at 7, but it was too early for people on the West Coast. And then I started going at 9, but dude, waiting till 9 like kills me. So 8:30 is when I start. It gives a lot of people a chance to come in. Some nights I'll go to midnight, but I'm very tired tonight because I woke up early and then I was walking around doing nothing, and it took a lot out of me. Looks like a Browning high power, especially with that freaking thing. Yes, monkey carry. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to show you the guns. What year did they make the 1911? Technically, they were working on it ever since 1907, and it was submitted for trials. I'm starting to see more gun tube, but doing the gun walling stream. I saw you do it first. I wasn't first, but I was definitely up there. I was one of the first YouTubers to do it, but a lot of them did it on Twitch. So take a look at the wall. Look at my DWX. It is very pretty. I paid too much money for it, but I was looking for one for 2 years. I deserve it. Babu? I don't know who Babu is. I am Rajesh. Do not... Oh, shit. Do not associate me with that Babu shit. It is not racist. I am Asian as well, so Indians are racist. You are racist for making fun of me. How do you know I'm not half Indian, huh? Maybe I've been hiding my accent this whole time. You do not know. You can call it racist all you want. Your caricature is racist. Look at him. Javias. Racist. Okay. See you on Monday. Guns are very dangerous. Nope, people are very dangerous. The fact that you think guns are dangerous means that you're dangerous. U.S. Mark 1911 with original features, Lanyon Loop, and OG features. Nice. Do you own a Deagle? Not anymore. You a punk, lol. Well, you's a bitch. All right, I'm going to hit this button now that I said somebody's a bitch for the last commenter. Bitch, 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 you's a bitch, bitch, bitch. You do not have a Barrett. You can't even spell racist. You don't have a Barrett, liar.